Oh,
They can see
Cracker
us,
Barrel,
they can
sponsor
hear
us.
me, and I think they can hear you.
sure. I'll be the Cracker Barrel sponsor. Let's freaking go.
Not the Milford one. That one
As
failed
long
its
as
health
it's not the
inspection.
Cracker Barrel that had a thumb in someone's food. As long as it's not that Cracker Barrel.
Listen,
I might go very
Honestly,
well.
though, like I bet you had to pay less than market price for that thumb. So
True. Very true. If Matt had gotten that meal, he would have been fine with it because it would have been like a
No, because in that situation, he wouldn't have consented to eating it. So.
yeah, but he could have tried it and it would have been an accident.
loved Casey
That's
just
true.
fading into existence for a second.
You saw it.
Casey just
Wild Casey.
into the frame. But hello, everyone. Welcome to the disastrous beginning of Nat Disaster here, session 42 in the Misfit Warrior campaign. I am Brian Creevy. I am the DM Disaster Master here. Come to bring the next installment of this. I don't even know what to call this
Bullshit.
adventure of just chaotic bullshit. It's so fun. But yeah, we're starting a little late here, so I'm just going to start by going around the room, starting with our tech paladin.
Hi. I play Bracket in this campaign. Live?
Is everything good, production manager Casey?
Casey is saying it's not live on her end, but it's live on the manager. It's a stream manager here.
I also
It's
have it
IRC.
open.
Nah, her Twitch page just didn't work. Okay, we're good.
Oh,
Ah,
come on, Twitch. Okay, you were introducing who you are.
Bracket. Next person. Do it quick.
Go. Okay, down in that corner, we have the true hunter of nature.
shit, hello. I'm Vic. I am playing Nock. You guys are echoing me.
Who is echoing you?
You.
Really? Oh.
Okay, it went away just now, so hopefully it
I
stops.
was hearing echoes of Conlon too, so you're not crazy.
It's okay. Audio. It's a thing we're bad at.
I am going to turn Vic down a little bit on our side and hope for the best.
Okay.
It has never been our strong suit here. Thank you for everybody who stayed throughout all the years of bad audio, especially in the beginning.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Over on that frame over there, we have the next Weaver of Displacement magic, a wizard with all the issues.
Yes, hello. I am Andrew. I am playing Oliver Evan Grove, the portal wizard with daddy issues and mommy issues and abandonment issues and other issues we will unravel as we.
Ghost Pirate Lady.
But yeah,
I would love to listen to the session where Oliver goes to see a magical therapist.
yeah, he definitely needs to see a therapist, 100%.
Like it's just a combat session of you
session.
fighting your inner demons. Like
I would watch your side quest to emotional stability.
Sexy
appreciate
solo
that.
sad
That
session.
actually does sound kind of cool. I would love
I feel
that.
like it would be a very therapeutic side quest.
Mhm.
Or what about a comedic session where everyone goes to a magical therapist separately and it's just an episode of like random clips
Oh,
of like,
yeah.
conversations we're having.
He lights the couch on fire and
Oh my God.
steals all of the
Pretty
pens.
magical.
It's like the void from Thunderbolts, except
You
positive.
know, I
instead
was
of
literally, I literally had that same thought.
It's kind of a little of both because you are going into your
Or-
void to come out of your
What
void.
if it were group therapy for the whole party?
Oh,
Oh, that's
Another
the
death
true
battle.
BBD right there. Can we get through one session of dealing with our trauma?
Considering all of the people in the party, I doubt it. It would be at least 2 sessions.
Well, next around, Chaos, who's blowing in on whatever breeze there is. We have down in that corner.
What's up? It's been a long day. I had a whole baby pee in my palm today, so
Potty training.
yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
long day.
It's a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Once you get through it, my friend, you shouldn't have to do it again.
Are you kidding? I'm going to turn 70 at some point.
True.
Yeah, it's just changing your diapers.
I mean, I feel like I'm okay. So, like, really weird thought, but like, there's got to be a point where like you're incontinent, but you can still do that, where you have to deal with your own shit. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, you know what I mean? Because you wouldn't immediately be like, well, I can't do this myself. I've got to have somebody change my diaper. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I
Day
mean?
one
Like,
of that happening, yeah, it takes time to get a care professional.
right? You've got to at least like figure out how to like use a bidet or something. Jesus, like,
Hey,
sorry.
Bidet.
Thanks for coming to my
Last-
TED Talk, guys.
last but definitely not least,
Wait, what about Callum?
where did Callum? Oh,
No.
Callum. Oh, I introduced him, and then he said hi, and then he never said he never said their character.
Yeah, I'm playing Yamakowski. I got shit and pissed on. Like, you guys know who I'm playing. Let's go. Like, come on.
Hey,
And last but not least, we have nobody knows who you are yet.
I'm the yet to be named character that is guest starring for an undetermined amount of time. Hello. I
We're gonna
haven't
keep
killed
befriending
anyone
your
yet.
character.
Guest star forever.
Guest star permanently.
I know, literally, we're gonna keep befriending you, and you're like, I haven't killed anyone yet, and it's like, but you can kill Yamakowski. Honestly, he's used to it. Like, if you need to get that out of your system, I'll
That's what I
volunteer.
see.
Fucking
I'm-
another Reaper
I'm
coming
just-
for his
Buddy,
soul.
you
For the next
literally have a
time.
scar on your skin that says,
Yeah,
"Don't
all right. Well,
die,
yeah,
idiot."
yeah, well,
I can't wait for the next time he gets knocked unconscious.
I just
God,
gotta make
okay,
like
so-
a big sign that hangs in front of Yamakowski's face that says, "Don't die."
Nah, it won't work.
I feel like if you hang it in front of my face, I'll
I
just trip
promise
and
you, it
fucking
will
die.
end badly for everyone.
That's what I said to Briar today, right before I left her in the hospital. She's got surgery tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I promise I was super compassionate, but that's just our relationship. So before I left, I was like, hey, I love you. Don't die. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't die.
And then your mom went, and then she just laughed. So,
I mean, but considering the stories you were telling us about the hospital she's at right now, like, I'm not surprised about that comment.
he has been a mood.
Oh,
Thank
she's not at that
God.
hospital, which is good.
She is not
Oh,
staying
okay, that's
there.
good.
Over
That's good.
my
Yeah,
currently
that-
alive body.
They give you the
I'm
Mertha
glad
instead.
that your body is alive.
Thanks.
Well,
Anyway,
now that we got introductions out of the way,
That was so
Let's
quick, guys.
tonight's
that was the
disaster
quickest.
unfold. Yes, that actually is sad that was the quickest intro we've had in a very long time, especially since we started tangenting
Everybody mute.
previously on that disaster. So, after getting through a interesting encounter between this ghost figure on this pirate ship in the middle of the Valley of First Existence, battling her undead servants, as well as some sort of cosmic entity that resurrected a defeated bone skeletal. Oh my god, what was it? Minotaur, a skeletal minotaur. The chaos calmed down as all the stars were collected before more stars started falling from the sky. And as Illyria went inside her ship, gathered some of her supplies, as well as the stardust that her minions had collected, the Misfit Warriors went off into action. The first of the biggest stars coming down and landing on top of the crow's nest. Nock, with sending a message to Illyria first, brought Oliver up to the crow's nest, where there was some weird purplish phasing in and out flames that didn't seem to hurt. And as Nock dropped Oliver off in the crow's nest, collecting some arrows, Oliver began getting the stardust back together. Yamakowski running and teleporting through the ship to the other side, landing right in front of an ogre zombie before slip and sliding underneath his legs to the other side, chasing after 2 stars that fell further to the north. Brackett climbed up the ship and shouted out to the ghost lady, kind of letting her know about the more stars and how we can help you gather them. Her Illyria shooting up through the floor and having a small interaction with Brackett before getting up to the crow's nest, banging Oliver over the head as revenge for the barrel, and then taking the rest of the stardust at that time. Brackett climbed to the top, but by the time that he had got there, she had collected all the stardust. And as Bolt came out saying this is not going as planned, Illyria had the interesting line of interesting and unexpected before flying off and landing on a skeletal horse to then begin riding off into the mist in the east. Brackett going, sick. She flew away. Oliver then finding a spyglass and the 2 of them getting down to the deck of the ship. Yamakowski went and collected 2 things of stardust over to the north with the ogre zombie in tow before circling back to link back up with Oliver and Brackett. One thing before that, though, that I'm forgetting is Oliver rolling on the D1000 list when he did an investigation check and finding 2 Yankee candles, which Brackett immediately labeled the Christmas one as the good scent, the lemon is the bad, and Oliver just go, huh, and went off the crow's nest to crash down onto the actual ship itself. While this was happening, Nock flew off into the south with Vane, looking through the arrows that they had collected. 3 of them seeming old but sturdy with a unknown bird feather that was red tied to the end of them. And then one of them, more bone marrow-like type of arrow with a dead feather on the end, with the words decay carved into the side of it. Nock ended up getting to the southern starfall, finding it had struck a boulder that seemed to have been thrown here from long, long ago, moss growing all around it, collecting that stardust, and the rest of the group also collecting some of the stone meteor chunks that were left behind and not converted into stardust. Nock even found a part of the rock that had a dwarven carving written into it, chiseling that off a little bit and then taking that with them before flying off to the east and getting to the star there where it had crashed into the sign that said something horrifying is in the valley. The only bit of the sign, the remaining, the something horrifying, and Nock taking that part of the sign and putting in their bag.
It's going in that treehouse.
Mm-hmm. Or in the back of the cart or the front, just something horrifying. That's the name of your cart. While this was going on, Illyria riding the skeletal horse off into the east, going over there and finding the starfall there, collecting her quota, actually getting 0.25 over her quota, so a little extra to spare. But discovering on this side of the valley that she hadn't explored or ventured out to yet, there seemed to be some sort of Gandit stronghold, which, with their cloak of elvenkind hood up and their pass without a trace still active, flew basically invisibly over the walls, entering the city, sending 2 animal messengers out, one to Nock to communicate about this stronghold, and one to the tallest building in the stronghold to do a little reconnaissance and bring back. While Illyria waited for that bird, venturing in the streets of the Gandit stronghold of sorts, where there seems to be little tiny houses and huts and a market, traveling through the market itself, taking a coconut, and then stalking 2 guards, kind of liking the moment of peace and almost normalcy blending in without anybody freaking out at your sight. You suddenly were brought back to reality, and the bird responded back to you saying the tall building seemed to be a munitions building that did seem to have a sub-level, but nothing that it could get beyond that little bit of information. With enough of what you needed, flying through the wall on the way back, hopping on your skeletal horse, and heading back towards the ship. Nock and the rest of the Misfits converging up in the north as the final starfall had crashed into a tree, splitting it in half and setting it ablaze. Yamakasi created water over the top of it to put it out, collecting the remaining of the stardust there. And noticing on this area, there was a valley on the other side of the hill with a large lake and a Gandit tower down there. Seeing the tower and then having the undead catch up with all of you. Nock ended up speaking to them, and they didn't seem interested in you all, but then saw the Gandit tower down the hill and started charging down there. The party very conflicted on whether to help or to let it happen. Nock and Yamakasi ended up intervening, helping to defeat the creatures, though the Gandit Tower did fall in the attack by the ogre zombie. With some illusionary magic, Yamakasi ended up scaring away the Gandits after they had let Nock get away with their life for repaying for saving theirs. Nock and Yamakasi ended up going back to the wreckage of the site, collecting a lot of arrows and crossbow bolts, as well as a bag that seemed to have some sort of dust in it. And then Brackett and Nock, leaving the Misfits were here, carved into the wood of the fallen Gandit Tower. You guys headed back up the hill and were starting the trek back over towards the ghost ship. And that is where we ended last month's session. So, as you guys all are traveling back towards the hill, Illyria, are you going at full speed?
100%.
Okay. You had a little bit of a head start getting back there. Misfits, you are back at the top of the hill. Your stardust in hand. You are 0.75 parts of a bag short of what you need for Yamakasi's ritual. What do you guys do?
Did we?
Are we all together?
Mm-hmm.
We were all together. Yes. Did we go
then
to all of all the falls that just
Yes.
happened? Okay.
Yes.
This is just me
So
not
okay,
thinking about it since last time we played.
yeah, I
Mhm.
wasn't sure either. So we collected all the starfalls that we know.
That you
Yes.
guys are aware of. You do know.
Nock, I think, since you guys probably wouldn't have this information yet, you just saw me flying from the west, right? So Nock would let you know that I collected all the rest, so we should head back as quick as we can.
I agree.
Back to the ship.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go and take that ghost stardust?
I mean, I'm not gonna take what she has unless she has more than she needs.
Have
She
you?
was here first.
Do I know she's friendly, or at least like I know that she wasn't
Well-
attacking us at the end there, but like
She I feel she could have killed us, and she chose not to.
I'm gonna be like, I don't think she could have killed us. I think she could have
Okay.
made our life.
We
a
are
lot
moving as
harder.
we talk.
Yeah.
Just like
Oh,
You
conversation
know,
after
walk and talk,
traveling.
walk and talk. Yeah.
Also,
Not
100%
I know
on
you
my
were aware
floating
that
disc.
there were other starfalls outside of the hills from when you guys were talking to Zaishi. So there are more starfalls, some that you have notified some of your allies of.
yeah.
So do we
Nock
have
is
to go and
going
talk to her again, or should we go and get our stardust?
We should talk to her quickly, see if there's anything useful we can glean, and then continue on.
All right, I'm here with you guys.
Okay. Are you guys traveling together? Or Nock, are you going ahead?
I'll go ahead on Vane. I think
Okay.
that makes the most sense because I'm the fastest.
While we're traveling, can I kind of turn to Oliver and like just offhandedly be like, "Hey, by the way, that charged chaos fragment you have, when you're done doing your research, I may have an idea of how to use it.
That's so. I'd love to hear about it.
Well,
I feel
it's essentially a battery, as far as I understand.
that's as much as
I
I
feel
gathered
like
too.
I need to talk
know
to
that
Cairo
it's a
before I
battery?
really like make any moves, but I definitely think that like there's a way to harness that elemental power, and that's what the elementals want. So maybe we can do something with that. I know you. Sorry, yeah, that's about the extent of my thought at this point.
Okay.
Well, I think there are some interesting uses for chaos fragments that could definitely make use of.
I think if nothing else, it would be very, very useful for us to be able to take the charge away from it for now while we enter the city. I think that the charged one is a huge
So,
liability.
that way elementals aren't trying to swipe at us nonstop.
100%, exactly. Like I feel like we got to do something with
They
that
become
because
uber powerful
otherwise
next to us.
we're fucked. But like the other thought that I had is that potentially we could use it as some kind of distraction. You know what I mean? Like hide it somewhere and then make it known and then fucking run. And while they're searching for it in whatever area, we're in a different place doing something else. Give them the old razzle dazzle.
All right. As you guys are having this conversation, Bracket, you are riding Hamel up the hill. I think if you are riding Hamel, I think it's fair to use your athletics check, make you roll it instead of having Hamel do it because you are Hamel's rider at that point. I know there was some
Sure.
difficulty with Hamel's athletics check last time, and it's a
He
lot lower
stumbled.
than you think the horse would have. So I was thinking about that, and I feel like that would be more fair as the rider,
I also
does
rolled
the
low
athletics
last
check.
time. It doesn't have
What?
much of a but. I rolled low, and 2, yeah, sounds good
Yeah.
to me. I'm not
A
gonna tell you
and
no.
2.
I'm right there with you, Vicky.
It also lets you shine a little bit more, Bracket, with your athletics check. It's like one of your only good skills.
Good to Roman numeral 3. Okay. 18.
18. Okay.
No one
So
laughed at
Hamel
Roman numeral 3.
No,
did not
that
question
was
it,
on
but it was
purpose.
confusing.
I thought for sure you were just changing it up because we mentioned it.
But anyway, Hamel is able to much more easily get up this hill. Seems especially staying out of the last combat situation. Hamel was rested and ready to be as fast and as useful of a steed as he can be. And he's not keeping up with Nock, but as Nock is getting further ahead, but is making pace. All right. Illyria, you are the first to get back to the ship, coming in from the eastern area. You come back, and the first thing you do notice is, as usual, after a little bit of time has passed by, more undead have risen out of the ground around the ghost ship. A few more zombies and skeletons. Nothing big yet, just the minor stuff, but more servants have returned.
Okay. Are they blocking my path?
No, they're just scattered throughout the field, lumbering around with no real direction.
Okay.
Just some lost souls.
She does not have any use for them at this point. So she's going to, I think, literally like go non-corporeal and just kind of like float through the bottom part of the ship directly into where the captain's quarters are.
Okay, captain's quarters were on the deck of the ship except on the back, so you're just going across the deck?
Yeah. You're gonna go across the deck and then just kind of like loop herself down there. And she starts kind of like not hurriedly, but like one track mind. She's walking around the captain's quarters. It's where she's been kind of hanging her hat, so to speak, and she starts kind of gathering.
Before you get into the captain's quarters, Ember Nettle is kind of floating there right at the actual door of the captain's quarters, kind of seeming like it was almost waiting for you. And as sees you kind of perks up and starts.
Okay. Yeah. So she would gesture at Ember Nettle and just be like, come along, and walks directly into the captain's quarters. She kind of has her sleeping area a little bit. It's very neat and tidy, almost like militant like. She starts folding back the quarters, almost like a flag. She's stuffing that into her pack.
And this is the weird stuff that you found in the hammock of the captain's quarters when you first got here. That's really comfortable, right?
Correct. Yes. Cool. Yep. So she grabs all of that.
As you're packing that away, Ember Nettle seems to like. It seemed like sniffing around, and you can hear the kind of like bone kind of clicking type sound as it starts moving over, and you see Ember Nettle seems to be doing that around where you know there is a mounted telescope that seemed to be pointing out the back of the ship, and Ember Nettle seems to be at the bottom of it and kind of like sniffing around where the floorboards are.
Under where the floorboards are?
Yeah, of the mounted telescope.
Okay, so she pays mind to that, but she's going to turn around first to like, there's like the table, the desk in the captain's quarters, correct? So like across all of that, there's like a bunch of maps and some spilled ink and a bunch of other things. And she just kind of like reaches down and she has her entire herbalism kit, just kind of like haphazardly different vials of different liquids and substances and different leaves and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So she starts gathering that, puts it aside into this like little box that she has, and then she's going to say, what do you have here? And goes over to the floorboards. Can I peel the floorboards back?
Roll an investigation check.
Excellent. Let's do the dice that usually like. Not a good one.
Then what's your stuff?
Why did I have to say that they usually like me? They were like, how dare you? Which is it?
Investigation.
Just one.
One. So you peek up one floorboard, and there seems to be nothing under there. And then Ember Nettle kind of goes to the next one next by to it, sniffing from there. You peel up that floorboard, and it's taking a little bit of time each time because some of them are old, and you gotta get a little leverage in some of them to lift them up.
Do I need to even do that? Can I just stick my hand through it by making it non-corporeal and see if my hand can grip anything on the other side?
You could. You won't be able to pull it back through, but
I'll be able to see if there's something in there.
I'd say with that idea for it, roll with advantage because that's actually going to help you investigate. You're just putting your hand through and kind of feeling.
Okay. And
It's slightly better?
Yep, slightly. Same thing, investigation?
Yes.
10.
10?
Yep.
That is better. So you're starting to feel in the area underneath the floorboard. It's taking a little bit of time, but you do eventually run your hand through, and you do feel like you've touched a box.
Okay.
Seems to be a small chest. Probably about half a foot tall and then maybe a foot wide.
Okay. Do I need to investigate further, or can I just use something to kind of like look around the room?
Yeah,
see if I
you've
can
already
find
found
something. Yeah, so I would stick my hand back out and then just start kind of like, she's not wicked strong, so maybe look around the room for something that I can kind of like, you know, pry it open with.
Mhm.
Is there anything around the room laying around that I would notice?
Notice, so roll a perception check as you look around the room.
Okay. 13.
13. So there does appear to be like a fire poker over where there's this little like kind of almost like built-in wood burning stove that was in the corner. So you're able to take that that poker,
Cool.
and you just start prying. Now, before we go into that, Nock,
Mm.
around when Illyria is starting to look for something to pry up the
Yeah.
board, you come through the mist on the back of Vane,
Yeah.
and the ghost ship comes into view, and you also notice that there do seem to be more undead that seem to have spawned than you had left here previously.
Once I was within 120 feet of Illyria, I know I don't know her name, but once I was within 120 feet, I would send another message with the cantrip and just say, "We're on our way back. Did you get everything that you needed?"
Where are you going to point? Are you staying at the side of the ship? Because you gotta.
Well, it says in the direction, not like exactly where they are.
Mhm.
That's what the spell says. It says you point toward a creature. That's not even like, it doesn't say you have to know exactly where they are.
Okay.
So
I'm
I
just
would
saying,
point toward the ship.
Okay. And I'll say you
Yeah.
can get airily at an angle where pointing at it, you can basically
Yeah.
have your point cover the whole ship. And what do you say?
Yeah. We're returning. Did you find everything you need?
And as soon as you get the fire poker and you're like, okay, this comes into your head.
Okay. So she obviously pauses what she's doing, and just kind of like looks up, like almost as if she's expecting them to like already be here. She's a little like on edge. She pauses and she thinks, I guess, back to you. I did, and you?
6 seconds later, you get another message. Not
Look pretty
quite.
nervous.
Not quite, but we have hopes of finding more.
You saw the ones falling, so I mean, like, it's a foregone conclusion. Somebody's getting beat up and we're taking their shit.
No. And then I land probably I would land, have Vane drop me off and then have her fly back up to the crow's nest.
On the deck of the ship?
Yeah. And then have her fly back up so that she can keep an eye out and let me know if the undead start doing anything.
She was a little bit weary of the flames at first, but then perches on and kind of like, honestly, you can tell she's looking around and she thinks it looks really cool to be on fire, but not be hurt.
Yeah.
Poor Shadow Wing.
You got this.
Roll a perception check for Vane.
Okay. Vane has advantage. Because she's a bird.
Bird. Said a bird. The word.
Except she didn't roll that great. That's still a 15.
Okay, that is still a good roll. So Vane's keeping a good lookout from the crow's nest at the whole battlefield. So far,
keeping an eye out.
Vane's looking for more dangerous threats. So far, no ogre zombies or skeletal minotaurs, just more horses, normal skeletons, and zombies.
Yeah, also, especially let me know if the flame skull comes back. Like, make a big ruckus. Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay.
All right,
And
Nock,
then,
you are on the deck of the ship.
I'm on the deck of the ship. Okay. When I've seen Illyria go into the ship before, she just kind of phases through the wall. I would have to look for an entrance, I assume.
Yes. So where are you looking? You're not sure where she is yet. You're in the center of the ship.
Yeah, so I'm in the center of the ship. I guess I would look around for any doors or hatches.
Okay. Depending on how you do it, perception or investigation.
I'll do perception. I'll use my eyes. I'm not that great at investigation, as you know. Okay, that is that's a 19.
19. Okay, so you have a pretty good view of the whole ship. You do see that there is the captain's quarters. That seems to be, as you're standing on the ship looking kind of towards the south to the right, where you can see two staircases go around it to the top. And normally where you would see the wheel of a ship, there seems to be just some sort of box behind the barricade right there, part of it damaged. And that's as far as you can see up on top of it, but there is the captain, what would be the captain's quarters on a ship from what you've heard of ships in your lifetime. I don't think you've ever really seen a
I've
ship
never been
before.
on one. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've definitely heard stories of them
yeah.
before. You
And,
can
like,
see
read
that,
books
and then
about
you can
them.
see a large hatch that seems to be on the other side of the mast, and then more stairs that go up to the point where you had a face-off with Illyria and the watery sphere before.
I'll try the captain quarters first. I'll head up. I do want to take a look at that box before I go in, just kind of see what's up with it.
Okay, so you're going up the stairs to the top of the captain's quarters?
Yeah.
In the meantime,
To you, Illyria.
have I pried open the? May I resume attempting to pry open the floor with my poker?
So you have something to help you with it, so you can roll a strength check but with advantage.
Great.
That's 17 plus your strength is a 0. So roll 17. So roll one more time because you got advantage. You can always crit. That's a 6. So we'll go with the 17. Honestly, you're able to use it as a pretty good fulcrum to get the board, and it snaps and actually breaks that portion. And you can see there does appear to be a small chest, wooden in material, but kind of ornately decorated in purple with almost like fancy type ribbons on the side of the box.
Ooh, okay.
If I heard a crack in the wood, I would send a message to her and just say, "You okay?"
As she's doing that crack and open it, that's when you hear above you very soft, halfling-esque footsteps.
You see?
Tiny
Aw,
feet, yes.
cute.
I got
Tiny.
tiny little feet.
Mm-hmm. So, and then
Wait, above her?
yeah, so the captain's quarters was there, and then there's staircases above the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Where
I
that
didn't
box.
realize that. I would have just gone to the captain's quarters and knocked.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well-
I thought it was in front of the doors. That's my bad.
no, so sorry, no, it's upstairs that go to above the captain's quarters. So you don't go up there, you'll go straight to the door?
Yeah, I'll go to the door and knock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go up, and as you're about to knock, you hear the crack of the wood, and you send the
Yeah.
message through the door?
Yeah, I send the message say, "You okay?"
Okay. And so at this point, she's holding the box, right?
So as you get the "you okay," you put the fire poker down and you pick up the box.
Okay. So does the box have any kind of like locks on it or anything like that?
Looking at it, there does appear to be a lock, but as you lift it up and you kind of just hold it in your hands, the flames, the purple flames from the starfall next to you are still burning on the desk from the starfall that crashed through the ceiling into the captain's quarters.
Okay.
The one that Ember Nano got the stuff for. And you can see as the light of that flame shines on the box, you can see the little lock just clicks open.
Convenient. So I think she's a little distracted by this. She doesn't intentionally not answer, but I think she's just kind of like one track mind staring at the box.
It goes unanswered. Knock your message.
Knock would actually if
Would
it
knock
did,
knock?
if it wasn't answered, if it wasn't
angry that I
answered,
said
Knock
that out
would be
loud when I
concerned.
had my mic
So
muted.
I'm gonna open the door actually, because I'm
Okay.
concerned that she didn't answer.
Have you ever unlocked the captain's quarters?
No.
So the door is locked.
Oh shit. Okay. I think
Never
I have
really
these
had to
tools,
think
don't I?
about using the
Do
door.
I have thieves
Why don't She
tools?
would have
I don't
unlocked
Yeah.
it.
I have thieves' tools, but I'm not there yet.
I feel like you had these tools at one point. I don't know if it's still in your inventory.
I
It's
feel
a
like
good
I would
time.
have had a set, wouldn't I?
And I'd at
Yeah, I
least
do.
hear
I do have a
someone
set because
walk
I'm
off the
training with them.
so-
That's right.
Oh my God.
Oh, but I'm not
Knock.
proficient.
Knock, I just remembered. You were the only one in the Misfit Warriors in the dungeon crawl who had a lock picking kit, so you guys couldn't get through the doors. You
I
had to
have a
find
lock picking kit, but my problem is that I'm not proficient with it. So I will attempt. You know what? At that point, actually, if it's locked, Knock would knock and then attempt to pick it.
Okay. So you do a lot
Taking a police
So
approach. You're
knock,
like
knock.
announcing your presence. You're like police, and then you're just like kind of like, all right, I'm gonna break in now.
I'm knocking to
the
show
knock,
I
and then
respect
suddenly
you.
you just
Knock
I'm
your hard in
unlocking it
anyway.
Every
for
single
you. I'm
episode of
helping you
NCIS.
open the door.
If you ever watch NCIS, it's
You do.
knock.
you have the box and it's unlocked, and you start hearing.
What's in the box?
You open it up.
Yes.
Okay. You look inside the box, and there seems to be a well-written letter on paper that actually seems to have been like shapen a little bit with like it's not the normal like rough kind of flat edges, but almost like curved, like some sort of machinery was able to form the paper this was written on. And there seems to be a note.
Is it a language I can read?
On top of a pouch, a black pouch with starry shapes on it. And you pick up the note. What languages do you speak? Or speak and read?
I speak primordial.
It could be the
I
bottom of
speak-
the left side
I
there.
don't need that though. I know what languages I speak.
Oh, okay.
I speak Common. I speak Druidic. I speak Elvish, and I speak primordial.
Okay, so this actually is not in a language you know, but roll a history check.
Oh wow.
Natural one.
Oh
You
no!
know shit.
My I do sleight of hand for the door, right?
Yes, you can roll a sleight of hand check. And
That was I rolled for it. It is a dirty 20.
okay, dirty 20. The hilarious thing,
I get a 1.
Yeah.
when you figure out what language this is, it's actually hilarious that you personally don't know this language because it would make sense
For me to know it?
for you to not know it. Yeah, so it kind of actually works out that you got a nat 1.
Interesting.
Knock,
Yeah.
you are able to, it takes a second, but you're able to, and you get it, and you hear it click, and you're able to
Okay.
open the door. And Knock,
Okay.
when you open the door, what you first see, as I can actually describe to you, since you haven't seen it before, is
Yeah.
what honestly you do know as the captain's quarters of a ship from what you've known of ships. You can see in front of you immediately there does seem to be a desk that has a giant crater in the center of it, and there's some purple flames burning on it just like the crow's nest in a localized area at the top of the desk. And there seems to be did you put all your herbalism stuff in your bag of holding, or is it kind of just organized together?
It's organized. She hasn't put it in her bag yet.
You can see a bunch of herbalism supplies, stuff that you are familiar with from your
Yeah.
time both at the your tribe and the Grove. You can see a type of wood-burning stove over in the corner, and there seems to be a mounted telescope near the back that seems to... Hold on, our camera is not focused. Pointed out a horizontal slit window at the back, and you can see over in the corner the board ripped up out of the ground. There's a hammock on the side and some weird pillows and blankets kind of folded all together. And you can see Illyria just standing there with Ember, the bony Icar-esque creature with the glowy orb at the bottom hovering next to her. And she has this chest in one hand with a note that she's looking over.
I see
Knock
the
open the door.
halfling at this point, right? Like the door kind of like
Yeah.
it. Also, I feel
How do you open the door abruptly?
Knock is gonna just kind of like. I think because they're a little bit concerned about you, but also don't want to invade your privacy, it's gonna be one of those. You good?
So-
Like just kind of stick my little head through.
My only objection to that is that I feel like if the door hasn't been opened in a really long time, you would have to.
Oh,
kind
that's
of- so I
that's
feel like you
probably
might almost
true.
like trip in, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
just
try to
because-
do it nicely, and then I like.
Mhm.
Sorry. Hi.
A good first, actually, roll an athletics check, Knock.
Oh shit! To open the door. You said I opened it already.
God damn.
If we're putting the idea out there that it's stuck, I mean, hey,
Who knows how long it's been since it was opened, and I haven't fucking touched it. So we know that.
14.
14. It took a 1, 2 before it just cracked out enough for you to a little bit and stick your
Okay,
head
cool.
through.
So I don't fall over. Cool.
No.
Hi.
Okay,
Good?
so I think that upon the sound of the door opening and whatnot, she's got a lot going on in front of her right now. She immediately is defensive, not necessarily. She knows that Nock is approaching the ship, but she also knows that she doesn't know if any of them are coming to take the stardust or try to take the stardust. So I feel like she would throw the letter with like the little pouch in Ember Nettle's direction. Do I have to roll for him to see if he catches it?
That would be me rolling to see if he
Can you roll for him, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think he had like a +2 for Dex. I'll find where his book is. Yeah, so Ember Nettle, as you throw in the direction, kind of like grabs the box first as its tail kind of curls up and holds it in the bulb, and then
He doesn't need the box. He
Oh.
took out the paper and the pouch, so I don't think I would throw something that heavy at him. I
Oh,
just
okay.
threw the objects attached to each
just
other.
the pouch in the
Yeah,
way.
no, the box I let clang to the
Cool.
ground.
Ember Nettle is able to catch the pouch in there, and the paper kind of floats up for a second, then kind of just like plops on Ember Nettle's head.
And simultaneously, while I do that, I think that she reaches down and she has like, you guys didn't see this before because she was already holding it. But she seems to have markings that look very similar on her right leg to the whip that she was holding before. And she
Yeah.
kind of reaches down, and as she touches her skin, you see like her whip kind of like come out of her skin. And she doesn't do anything with it, but she's like holding it and like
Yeah.
As that goes,
towards the door.
as you see a halfling just open the door after Sfurda goes, "You good?"
Throws things at Ember Nettle, drops box, you hear a big clang, and then rips
Oh
her
my
whip
god.
out.
Okay. All right.
And you're speaking in
Nock
Druidic,
comes
right?
in. Yeah. Yeah. Nock comes in, hands up.
Hands up, no shoot.
And Nock is just gonna be like, he's cute. What's his name?
She just kind of blinks at you and goes, "What?"
Your little guy with the needle.
Oh, him. He's my servant. Ember Nettle?
Yeah, he's cute.
You cute. I suppose he's pleasant looking. He's definitely helpful.
He's not like classically cute, but he's got a good personality.
Does Ember Nettle react to that? Because he understands to a degree, correct? He just can't communicate effectively.
Roll an animal handling check, but it's with charisma knock. So you get your
See?
proficiency
Okay.
with it because you made a compliment to Ember Nettle.
Compliment, but he
Yeah.
can take it either way.
It's better with wisdom.
It is better if it is wisdom from there, but this is the flair of hey, it's a compliment animal handling. It's not physically
Okay.
doing anything, so it's with charisma.
Wait, you said did you say with advantage or no? You said just
You have
straight,
proficiency
right?
in animal handling. You get to keep
Oh,
your
yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a really good roll. Okay. Let me look at my charisma stat. Okay, charisma plus proficiency. That's a 23.
Are you petting Ember Nettle?
No, I just gave him a compliment. I said he was cute.
He kind of just like goes and kind of like floats over to you, Nock, and just like hovers back and forth for a second,
Can I pet
and
him?
then roll a regular animal handling check. This one I'd
Okay.
say with advantage because you just got it to approach.
I rolled way worse. That sucks.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. That's 13.
13. You go out to pet, and it quickly, and the actual paper comes off of its head and kind of like floats down in front of you. Ember Nettle gets
Sorry.
back towards your side.
I'll pick it up and hand it to this lady that I don't know her name.
So this halfling for the first time outside combat in a very non-stressful situation walks up to you and hands the letter back.
Okay, so she's very taken aback right now. She just told me, or they just told me that my little companion is cute. I don't really know what to do with any of this because, like, a second ago I was like ready to go. So I feel like she just kind of like looks at you and like very slowly puts her whip back down. And as she puts it down, it just kind of like becomes a part of her skin again and it's gone. Well, you can see it, but you know.
Sorry to take all the wind out your sails.
Yeah, I mean, she's very
It's a
like
pirate joke.
cautious, but she just kind of like puts her weapon down. It doesn't really feel like a weapon moment and kind of like confused, like reaches her hand out to like grab it from you, I would say.
Yeah, I hand it over.
Okay.
I'm Nock, by the way.
I haven't been called anything in a while, but I suppose I could tell you my name at this point. It's Illyria.
Pretty.
She just says, "This is odd," to herself, because she tends to talk to herself a lot.
I know we got off to a bad start here, but we're not like gonna hurt you or anything. I'm sorry that it seemed that way.
She kind of like half laughs and looks at you and says, "Your sudden presence was definitely unexpected. Um,
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you, but I'm not the best in confrontation. And at that moment, I really wanted to hurt you." And that's kind of a mixed signal she's giving you. So she doesn't really know how to articulate this properly, but she's trying to tell you, I didn't intentionally want to hurt you, but
Nock's posture has been very stiff this whole time, because they haven't really. It's kind of like when you approach a wounded animal, right? Like you just kind of come up in the most gentle way possible. You're not really like yourself. Like Nock has kind of been putting on this gentle persona to try to not frighten Illyria. And at you saying that you don't want to hurt them, but you also kind of want to hurt them, that gets them to laugh. And kind of like in a way eases their stress because at least now they know where you're from. And so their shoulders kind of relax and I just say, actually I kind of get it.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
Pausing there for a second. Hanlin, you there?
We're having a really weird conversation, non-conversation.
Is Codlin there? He
Conlin,
normally has his headphones on. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Did you pee?
I was putting laundry in.
Oh, okay.
I'm well
Just
with I
wanted to
can
make
hear you
sure-
guys fine.
Just wanted to make sure you're there as you guys have started descending the hill following the river again.
Okay.
You guys get through the fog to the point where you can see the valley again. And Yamakowski, Oliver following in the floating disc getting pulled behind, and Brackett riding on Hamel coming down the hill. You can see more zombies and skeletons scattered on the battlefield. And they don't seem hostile. They're just all lumbering around, but that's what you see as you come through the mist on horseback, full speed.
Okay.
Okay. Are we still like full speed towards the ship?
That is up to Brackett.
I'm going towards the ship. I'm obviously keeping my eyes out for Nock, which I don't know where they are. Because where did I see Illyria come from when I got on the deck last time?
You saw Illyria come from underneath the ship, like inside, and float up.
Okay.
And as you're coming from this side of the ship bracket, immediately what becomes noticed on this side is this side of the ship has a giant hole in the side where water from the river kind of flows in. So you can see there's direct access if you get in the water a little bit, which is thin enough for horseback to get into the ship.
I shall force myself to duck into the ship because I assume it is not tall enough for man plus horse.
So Yamakasi, you're on horseback, and Bracket continues full speed and aiming towards getting into the ship. Oliver, you're on the floating disc. As you get in the water, you start just skipping on the water behind like a stone.
Aw.
On Bracket, you slow Hamel down as you're getting more towards the inside of the ship. There's some zombies nearby, but again, even as you get close, they kind of just like look up at you. And then kind of just keep on lumbering, and you can. The last thing you see before you get into the ship is further to the left. You can see a Minotaur skeleton's hand come out of the dirt and start crawling out of the ground over to that side. But you get inside the ship, and here everything is right. At least in this section, a small little alcove of water that has barrels and other crates floating with discarded rags and old bottles of rum. You can see on this level of the ship
Like
there
full
seems
bottles
to be
or empty bottles of rum.
some of them cracked. Roll a perception check.
I haven't drank any of the rum already.
May I also roll a perception check just for generally checking out what I'm looking at?
So are we all in there now?
Yeah, as the horse flows down in there, the floating disc kind of just comes to a quick stop right behind the horse.
19.
Can I also make a perception check?
Go ahead, roll a liquor check.
Roll
liquor check.
for stealing liquor.
To be fair, I'm just like looking around to see what I see. But I got a 23.
I got a 10.
You look in the water and just around your floating disc, you don't see much. You do see at times, strangely though, a couple fish swimming around in the water.
Ooh, a fish.
Bracket, what'd you get? I'm sorry, he's doing laundry. Come back and tell me. Yamakasi, you definitely are able to see several bottles of rum just kind of floating in the water right beneath Hamel, kind of in the area.
Dryer on.
I'm going to grab at least one of them, but hopefully more than, like, however many I can grab that are full and uncracked. I'm just going to stuff in my bag of holding as I go.
I'd say you were able to get 3 intact bottles of rum.
Hell
Roll the
yeah.
19.
Immediate theft.
What about, and you roll the 19 bracket? Bracket, you're able to find 2, but as you lift the second one out of the water, the whole bottom is just gone, so it's just the top.
Aw.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. So you guys have liquor. You're on a horse and a floating disc, and you can see in front of you the rest of the ship where there seems to be the hold over to one side, and the rest of like you can see hammocks and other different areas where definitely people had been sleeping before. There seems to be a locked a door at the very far end that you can kind of see a padlock on the end of.
Is there a stair going up? I assume.
You can see over to the left side there is stairs that do seem to go up in one corner.
Can you re-explain where the padlock leads? Can I?
So the padlocked door is on the is to the. Hold on, coming in from that angle. There, it is to the right side of the ship. As you look inside, Bracket, you see the staircases to the left side of the ship, past the hold.
Do a
Where
shot
does
to
the
your good
padlock
health.
door lead? Like, into what part of the ship?
It seems to be from what you've seen of the structure of the ship. It is directly below where you would know the captain's quarters to be.
Okay, so like the brig. I want to go down there.
Okay.
While no one else has told me anything else, and everyone else is still here. I want to go down there.
All right, so you hop into the water, walk through until you can get to the wood, and then you run over to
I'm
the
gonna
locked door.
say over my shoulder to Bracket, like, come find me when Nock is done talking to their friend. Also, tell her I'm not trying to fight her anymore. Sorry for being a dick. And I'm like just kind of
Steal.
saying that absently as I'm walking towards the padlock.
Cool.
You got Harusan to break into that, by the way.
What's that?
You're a Harusan breaking in, aren't you?
I'm breaking up?
Breaking
into that door.
Oh, well, I mean, but it's like, she can pass through the doors anyways. She doesn't know that it's locked. Don't worry about it.
I don't care.
Ghost. She doesn't give a shit if I unlock her doors.
All right, so he's going over to the locked door underneath the captain's quarters. Oliver and Bracket, you are left on horseback, and actually the floating disc kind of just gets pulled and
If I
he does, how far can he be before it disappears?
It's 20 feet. Also, like, while I'm walking towards the door, can I ask Wet Hands to go through before me and like check it out, or is that going to be like next round?
No, we're outside of combat, so you can definitely do that. I just want to get get everything situated with Andrew first. Let me just real quickly see.
Are we?
We're on the ship, and
If we're on the
me
ship,
and
I'm
Wet
getting
Hands
off.
are going to look at a padlock, and you and Bracket are going up towards the captain's quarters.
Oh yeah, I'm getting off. If we're on the ship, I'm getting off the disc.
Okay.
Yeah, can't he just like jump off?
I know, but if Yamakasi just runs away immediately, I just wanted to see. Hold on.
It's not like he can't react.
Okay, it's just far enough that the floating disc wouldn't disappear, but you do get pulled to the edge of where the water is, and then Oliver, that allows you to just step onto the wood so you don't have to get wet.
Elegant.
And Bracket?
You get off the horse, because, I'm in a boat. They're not designed for horse plus man.
All right, so Hamel will stay there in the water, and you lift yourself up onto the side. Where do you and Oliver go?
I'm going to walk towards, I guess, the aft. What would normally be, I've seen a boat before. They know they're boats. Towards where the captain's quarters would be, / generally the aft of the ship.
I'm going to head in that direction as well. I would like to see the captain's quarters.
Okay. You follow up the staircase, and you guys head over towards the captain's quarters. Yamakasi, before that happens, just because you guys did a couple of things, Nock and Illyria, back to you at about that time. You can just hear outside hooves going through water.
Okay. I guess I would send a message to Bracket pointing towards the sound of the horse, and just say, give us a few minutes. I think we're getting somewhere.
Guess I'm gonna have to lean on the mast like a cool guy.
Nice.
Okay.
Can we?
What
Hey,
is-
can I ask back to Nock? I can respond back to that, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to say, is that what you say back to us?
Just
No.
to be a cool guy.
That is what Bracket thinks in his head, I will admit, but it's not what he says to Nock. He actually says to Nock, did we roll any joints before we got here?
Nock appears distracted to you for a second, Illyria, and you probably notice that it's the same face that they made when they were sending you a message, but you're not getting anything mentally. And Nock is going to send something.
You turn around and point in the direction when you do.
Wait, what was the last thing that was said?
No, I don't think I
said-
actually do that.
Don't you have to point in the direction?
I don't have to.
Oh, I thought it said you. Okay.
I don't think I
That would be a
have to.
little.
It's
Oh, okay.
directing
It does say that it does say you point, but
Okay.
you're directing your magic in that direction. So
But what was the
Alright,
last thing that was said?
I
Not
just-
a second ago.
when you guys you're like, oh, this is a little awkward.
I said this is odd.
yeah. Yeah, this is odd. And then Nock just kind of like loses focus for a second. Nock is gonna say to Brackett, probably.
I'm going to now look in my my body to see if I stored any of them on body.
Roll an investigation check.
Roll for joint.
Roll a luck
Oh.
check, yeah. I love a
It
good
almost
luck
was
check.
a 20, by the way.
That would be so funny.
It rolled off of it. It was so close.
That would have been great.
So what's investigation? 14.
14. Looking over your body, nothing you stored. But Bolt will come out as you're feeling around. And just didn't say anything, but just comes out and kind of just comes onto the deck of the ship and starts looking.
Cool, I'm just gonna lean on the mast. Unfortunately, I don't look cool
Okay.
smoking my joint leaning on the mast.
Okay.
I would say to Illyria, my friends are here. I told them to give us a minute. I figured that might make you feel a little bit less threatened.
Okay, so she senses good things from this halfling, but she's extremely distrustful of the fact that they just seemed to have like zoned out in the middle of them talking, and it looks very similar to the face of like communicating, and she heard nothing in her mind, so it was not to her. So she's like not like super defensive, but she's like, that was weird.
Yeah.
I feel like you were talking to them. And to be fair, you might
I just owned up to talking to them.
You did,
I said that to you.
So I feel like she just looks at you and says,
Yeah.
do your companions plan to leave peacefully, or are they going to try to take what I've, or is your intention to try to attempt to take what I've gathered?
No, that's not our intention. If you have only what you need, we are not going to take what you need from you. I can roll a persuasion check if you
Honestly,
need.
yes, do that because that will show the sincerity that you're getting across, whether she gets that out of your voice.
What kind of dice do I use? Why did I suggest this?
Nice.
Nock's not good at persuasion, that's the only thing.
But it's fun to roll your bad stats.
7.
So you can take that as you will.
But that means that you can read it well, though, because that means if we're doing like an insight versus persuasion,
roll an insight.
Like that means that she understands what I'm.
You know what? The answer is wrong. This is too random. Did you successfully complete the social interaction?
17. You can tell there is sincerity in this halfling's voice, though they don't seem very experienced at, talking and like communicating like you have in the past through almost like formalities and stuff like that. So you can tell but they are actually being sincere.
So it's said a little clumsily, but believably.
Yes.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah.
So I feel like she kind of looks at you like for a minute, just absorbing it, and nods and says, I have every intention of leaving here with what I came here for. I've been waiting a long time for it, but I do have more than I need. Considering you caused your, what would I even call that? Your counterattack on me, in an offer of like peace, I would be willing to part with the extra that I don't need.
Thank you. Naga's going to. Do you have use for gold? I could pay you for it. I don't know what the value is really, but
I have no need of
I
your
wish
money.
I was part of this conversation, but I know I'm not.
Okay. All right. In that case, Nock is going to do something a little bit different um and cast Druidcraft. And just kind of make like a blue icy flower with some vines wrapped around it and hand it over as a trade.
Arts and crafts.
Can I tell if they are new to being a druid?
Roll a insight check.
Okay.
Good question, Sam. Like, genuinely dead solid interview question.
13.
13?
Yep.
So you can tell that from your experience being around druids, there is a skill to what Nock just crafted, but you can tell it is still fresh in the types of like the way that it was crafted from there. It's definitely something new, but there is some skill to it.
Okay. So are you holding this out to me, or is it kind of
Yeah.
like floating there? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she accepts and kind of smiles at you and says, new to your craft, but elegantly done.
Thank you. That's I kind of wanted to ask you about this. I know if it's a tough subject, I don't mind. It's fine. But and I take out my bow very gently, not like I'm using it, just to show it to you. And I show you the nature's touch.
Before you do this, I
Yeah.
don't react, but you see my eyes just kind of like flash like
Yeah.
like a blue flame for like 2 seconds, and then it just kind of
Yeah.
like disappears after that
Yeah.
point.
Nock
What
is
color
gonna
was the
hold
healer's
it out.
longbow again? Was it? I forgot what color
The
I made it.
healer's longbow, I don't remember what you said.
Right now, Vic, what color would you like the healer's longbow to be? Because it is a special magically one, so it definitely can have a
Yeah.
special look to it.
I think Nock is really a green kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
I would want it to have like earthy green tones and then maybe like a little bit of pink kind of running through it to like
And it does
show that
have
it's
like
something, yeah.
it does have little red heart designs, which are the
Yeah.
charges for the everything on there. So you
Yeah.
can see this very like green, earthy, definitely well crafted, and you do get a magical feel off of it with those red heart designs on there. And you
Yeah.
can see the Nature's Touch flower, the one that was around their neck before that burns
Oh, that was
and then
triggering.
heals, and then
Yeah.
heals, and it's tied to the end of the bow.
Okay.
And Nock will just kind of hold it out like to show it to you and say, "What is this? How do you have one and how do you know what it is?"
Okay.
Do it now.
I could ask you the same thing.
That's fair. I
Why
can tell you how I got it.
why does yours disintegrate and bloom?
Well, Naira said that I had like I don't know, like the heart of the fire in me or whatever. I'm new to this.
She kind of like laughs mid sentence and says, Naira
Yeah.
Naira spoke to you?
Yes, yeah. This is the third time.
Interesting that she has time for that, considering.
Oh, yeah, it looked like she was under some distress, to be honest. She had like a minute to talk to me and then was like, gotta go. So I don't really know, like, I had some flowers that were like this before that helped me get my owl, but this one's very different. Um, I'm I'm not really used to this whole druid thing. That was always Kyron's thing. I'm I'm a ranger. That's what I've been my whole life. I kill goblins with my bow. I don't know why she thinks I'm this nature person that she wants me to be. I'm gonna try because I feel like I fucked it all up for her. But I don't know anything, and she didn't really explain anything.
Naira has her own whims about things. I wouldn't go as far as to say she's the one in distress at the moment. Who is this Chiron that you speak of? Is this your kin?
Yeah, you could say that. She's my friend. Uh, she's not in our group anymore. She's a druid, so
She left you or you abandoned her?
she left us.
Maybe she had a good reason.
Yeah, she did. She did. It's okay. I get it.
So
Damn, I want to give Nock a hug so bad right now.
Yeah.
Probably doing some
I'm
thievery
sorry.
things right below them. We'll get to that in a moment.
So, I mean, she said that let's see. She said that there was somebody that could help me learn more about being a wildfire druid.
Naira did.
Yeah. There's there's like an area near Zista where I'm supposed to go to talk to some of them. It's
Zista, you know
Yeah.
the lands of Zista?
I've never been there, but I have to go. Have you been to the Blessed Feet before?
What is a blessed foot?
Yeah, that's fair. Me, but not really, not just me. That's my tribe. We're from the Shade Shower Forest. The Grove is there. A lot of druids are from there.
Does
That's
a
where-
god worship your feet?
No, no. It's like man, does Nock know why we're called that?
Roll a history check.
That is in my Grove notebook.
I feel like Nock would know this. They grew up there.
Illyria's getting very hung up on these odd details.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love that for her, though.
saying to her.
Yeah. I'm trying to like
Oh
find
man, if you think
the-
Nock speaks weird, Bracket's gonna push you over the edge.
Oh, Sky's axe. That's where Nock needs to go.
He thinks that Nock speaks weird. They probably speak fine. She's not familiar with how any of you speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
it's
fair.
going to get worse as you meet the rest of us and we start talking to each other.
Or even
Yeah.
worse, to our parts of our bodies or random
And
mice in our
Right? The
jackets.
random nobodies that we have attached to us. You'll be like, who the fuck are you talking to now?
We're like a walking commune.
Stop talking to your armpit. Look at me when you talk to me. Sorry for interrupting.
she would be okay with that because she's not at this point used to people. I don't know if you remember her original character description, but she's not used to people holding eye contact with her for very long at this point.
Yeah. Nock
I'm really
is
excited
probably
for her to
also
meet-
not great at eye contact.
Oh,
No, it
100%.
doesn't have any
Yeah.
like irises or pupils. Her eyes are just like pools of lapis. They're just like straight.
Yeah. Oh man, that's actually
I'm-
probably a little bit distracting for Nock because Nock is normally very bad at eye contact because they're always kind of like looking around for a threat, you know.
They're
But
kind of unnerving. They
yeah,
I can't wait for you
and
to
then
officially
afterwards
meet
you're like, wow, this
Vans.
is uncomfortable.
I
no,
feel
it's like you're spooky and pretty, and it's
I was
like,
gonna say it's gotta be like somewhat hauntingly beautiful though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
like there's spooky, but then there's also like, damn, look at that graceful way you float through whatever it is that you're floating through technically. Like,
Yeah.
Nock, roll a history check
Yeah.
with advantage.
Thanks, bud. I love knowing where my family comes from. That's a 10.
And so
You
this is
forgot.
determine how much about them you know. So
Yeah.
the Blessed Feet tribe, on the second most powerful clan within
Yeah.
your tribe. That is actually what your tribe was named after because they were a group of all of them are agender halflings, and they've been around since the beginning, really staying to themselves, but they are the masters of healing within there.
Oh, right.
And-
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
part of
must
that,
be familiar.
their purpose is to help preserve the nature's source tree and its protections.
Okay. Yeah, so Nock would let you know all of that. That there are these really cool agender folks. They heal and they go to nature's source and they heal it and keep it safe. And I've been kind of, between the Grove and the Blessed Feet my whole life.
So your people guard the source.
Yeah. Along with the people of the Grove, yeah.
Hmm.
We help keep the dangers of the forest at bay.
There seems to be some peculiar things lurking on this plane.
Yeah. My home was attacked by vampires and
Do I know what vampires are?
set on fire.
Roll a history check.
Roll a history check. Roll a history check. Roll.
I know.
This
Can
is
you
hard
imagine
from your
being
character
so out of
description.
touch you don't know what a fucking vampire is?
7. Honestly,
Ooh.
you've never heard of a vampire before.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Her people
Yeah, Nock
called
is
them
just saying,
something
like,
different back
yeah,
in the
there's
day.
like a vampires,
really
there's
exist from where you're from.
hellhounds, there's like Nock is saying all these
Wi-Fi.
things, and you're just like, what? What is
Everything vampires,
To me, they're saying
yeah.
everything that they're saying to me is like, I'm just I don't necessarily question everything you say because I'm kind of very closely observing not just the things you're saying to me, but like the way you're saying them and watching your mannerisms and whatnot. But she kind of pauses for a second and is like, are they strong, these vampires?
Yeah. There was a big battle when I was born, actually. And a lot of people got really hurt. And I mean, we won at a cost. And it looks like it's happening again. But I don't know how bad it was because I was born. But
You being born
it
was
seems
why.
like it's it seems like it's like as bad. I don't know. A whole hellhound came into my tribe. That's not what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing like a little goblin. Or like a bugbear. Or a bear.
Sometimes owl bears.
Sometimes an owlbear, yeah. Like, I'm in a weird position right now. I'm not used to this kind of thing. I was always just like, I hid in the trees and I shot shit from a distance. I have to go to Zista to talk to the fucking queens. So.
Not just trauma dumping on this new person.
Hi, new
I know.
person.
Pull the page
Did you
from
know
the
I have
archive.
all these
Right.
expectations put upon me?
Yeah.
And pause right there with what they said because I do need to see where everybody else is in case
I would like to say one more thing.
Okay, one thing and then we're pausing there.
Because she does not respond to nearly all of that because that was a
Yeah.
lot of information.
Yeah.
She just looks at you and says, there is always a cost to preserving what's sacred to you. And that's it.
Yeah.
Remember that. Okay, Yamakowski.
Yes.
Yees. So,
What's he doing down there? What are they doing down there? Oh, he's a he.
Yeah.
Yamakowski is a he.
yes. So you end up sending Wet Hands through the door, and he walks through. And did you take the tapestries? You just took the chests.
Oh no, I took the tapestries.
Okay.
We have a list. I took the golds, the large diamond, the 3 rubies, the sapphires, and the emeralds. I put them in my bag of holding. Obviously, I have my cloak with me. I have my herbalism kit, not yet packed away because we're still speaking.
You took the tapestries.
I
too?
have my spell books and scrolls, and I took the tapestries off the walls. I did not take the
Yes.
because I didn't know what to do with it, as well as the odd money.
Yes. And on top of that, there's also you can see like cannonballs and stuff like that and barrels. You never really cared.
I didn't fuck with that. I was in a stronghold and I didn't go after any weapons.
But What Hands goes through and then just pops back out and be like, seems like a lot of the ship's riches were stored in here, but it's been pretty cleared out. There's still some stuff in there.
I would like to go in and make an investigation check, please.
Okay.
Wait, how will he get in there without us seeing him walk through the captain's quarters?
So it's below. It's directly below.
You can climb inside from below. Excellent. Carry on.
That's why it's kept locked there, but there is access from the captain's quarters to that room. It's just from that level, it's locked. How would you like to get inside, Yamakowski?
I'm gonna pick the lock with. I'm probably gonna use Gaunty if I can.
Okay. All right.
Not Gaunty, but Blinky rather.
Roll a Thieves' Tools check.
Aww.
I'm very good at that. 25, 20, hold on, 27 with Blinky.
27. The DC was 25.
Ooh, hell yeah. Well, meets it beats it. I got a 25 naturally, so.
Yeah. So
I'm just that good.
So Yamakowski, you start picking the lock and can immediately tell this is magically enchanted. You've run into them before. And you're able to carefully weave through the tumblers, keeping some of the magical enchantments at bay and actually allowing it to actually pick through. And you can see the magic dissipate as the lock slumps to the floor and the door is open.
I'm kissing Blinky anyways and going through.
Aww. If he could still spin on your finger and it wasn't melded into your finger, he would be spinning on your finger, but you can still feel his tongue come out and lick your finger.
In my head, I'm like, if you hadn't eaten my middle finger, we wouldn't be in this predicament, so.
You're missing a
That's right. I am missing a finger from the heist.
Did you leave those strange cases open or closed?
With the strange monetary items.
Yeah, you never broke yeah, you probably eventually you would have probably broke them open, right? Because you didn't know the
If
way
she,
to open
if she didn't know the, yeah, she would have either put some solution on them to dissolve the locks, or she would have like just primal savagery that shit open. So they're probably open, but she didn't care about what was in it.
So you see two silver cases of some sorts in a way that you've never seen before, that seem to have some sort of thin greenish yellow paper with strange men's faces on them.
Can I investigate that more closely?
Yeah, you can start looking at them. They seem to be written in a language. There's words on it in a language that you do not understand. There seems to be weird symbols, and some sort of bald man is staring at you, whose head is in a circle, with some like hair down the backside. And yeah, you turn it over to the backside, and let me pull that up so I can accurately describe $100 bill.
Okay.
You can see a building that seems to have some sort of. Actually, roll an investigation check as you're looking at these.
You got a
Okay.
Oh my God.
Benji.
Is he gonna find the Illuminati?
Oh shit. Okay, so 14?
14.
Mhm.
You're able to see some sort of building with a peak in the center with trees around it, more letters written across it. Every single one of these thin pieces of paper is exactly the same, with some of the symbols being slightly different.
I'm gonna pull. What was the first one that came into my hand? Actually, can I put one of each in my pocket just so that like I have reference for each of them?
Yeah, of course. And then you also, looking in the room, you can see one purple, almost like case box held up on a shelf.
I will go and check that out as well. Do I have one of each of the different bills?
They are the same. Like every single bill that you have has the same front and the same back, just slightly different symbols in one area of it.
Okay.
Wait, here's
well,
a
I'm
stack of Benjis.
There's two briefcases filled with these dollars.
Ooh, okay, if they're briefcases, can I just shut one and take the whole briefcase and stick it in my bag of holding?
And you can't close it. It doesn't lock right now. It seems like there was some sort of claw that ripped across the front of it.
Okay.
But you
What a
can't
grudge
close
match.
it won't stay closed.
I don't think I'd want to like drop that into the bag of holding where it would like probably clatter open and spew its contents. I'm probably just gonna like.
Jeez.
What's that?
You also don't know what this is.
Well, and that's kind of where I'm at. Is like, what if they're a bunch of like anti-magic things that I saw before? Like, my thought initially when you explained them to me was like, take one of each of the different like pictorial like representations. You know what I mean? Like one of each.
Okay.
And then I'm probably just gonna like look around the rest of the room. Like once I have one of each of the weird pieces of paper, stick them in my bag.
And the rest of the room is pretty stripped, other than some armaments like like cannons and other sort of like battle type weaponry and things like that. And then there's just that one like purple locked box that seems to be left up on a shelf.
I think that's what I'm gonna go and investigate after I grab the paper.
Okay. It is also locked.
Can I try to pick it open?
Yeah, roll the thieves' tools check.
Okay. Give me just 1 sec. I was adding the bills. So which ones did I get? Or will you tell me later?
You grabbed 2 different $100 bills. They are all $100 bills, just with different serial number
okay, they're
codes
just like
written on
different
them.
printing. Okay, cool. Okay, so my sorry, I got a 13 plus 12 is 25, I think.
25. Again, feeling a magical enchantment on this box. You can tell that like this is something somebody wanted to be protected. But taking enough time and finding those tumblers, you're able to click it open and you feel the magic dispel and you're able to open the box. And inside, you can see this sort of wrist mounted device that seems to have a kind of blade hidden in the area where it would go on your palm. You can see a purple hue across the handle in stripes. And yeah, it definitely it has a darker-ish color other than that purple wrapped handle.
Okay, well, I'm probably just gonna like take it and stick it in my bag and not like worry about the box so much, but like probably keep on moving. I don't want to like put it on with the expectation that like anything I find is cursed, it's probably gonna rip my fucking hand off. So I'm gonna stick it in my bag for now and just keep moving.
Wet Hands kind of just goes, "Wow, this was kind of disappointing, matey. You'd expect more boobity in here."
Well, the ship has been here for a while, and also I'm not sure it's not anywhere else. Like that one ghost lady we saw, she seemed like she knew what was up. Maybe she's got, and like who knows? What is
Hey,
she gonna do with all
Yeah,
that?
she got the booty.
Exactly.
She seems a
I just,
little
like,
bit
knocked
bossy.
him
I mean, she
hard in
asked
his
me if I was
actual
here to
rib.
serve.
What did you
Did
say,
you hear me
Brian?
now?
No,
I
I
said
didn't.
she seemed a little bit bossy. She asked me if I was here to serve. I just let her know I don't serve anybody except my crew and you.
Oh, I love that answer. But honestly, I mean, and I like look him up and down. I'm like, we're all here to serve. And I like click my beak at him.
Yeah, co-captains, best mateys.
Yeah, high five.
Mage hand high fives.
Let's go meet up with everyone else.
Okay.
I'm gonna like head upstairs.
All right, Brackett and Oliver, is there anything you are doing, looking at as you're waiting? Brackett, I know you're just looking like a cool guy on the pillar, but Oliver, is there anything you check around on the ship?
I would kind of be searching everywhere, to be honest.
So,
It's
Like,
it's literally like it's like an animated character just bouncing around each like barrel and box and just lifting the lid. Useful? Nope. Useful? Nope.
roll an
Right, he's
investigation
like
check, Oliver.
taking samples from all of the different pieces of wood he comes across.
not that intense, but he's looking for anything strange or anything that might be of interest or anything that piques his curiosity.
Roll an investigation check. Are you just letting him go, or are you helping him?
Well, me, he can go wander.
That's a 13. Wait,
I'm not one for invading someone's privacy.
50.
I know someone
It's a
lives
50.
here, therefore I won't steal. If I knew no one
15?
lived here, I would steal.
You start walking around the ship, Oliver, and at first
More
going towards the point, there's not much left other than just discarded bits of rags and other rope and material that seems to be of long grown algae over it and cobwebs. This has been here for a while, but as you get to the other side of the ship, you can actually see as you're going up the staircase to get above the captain's quarter, Bolt, that mouse that Bracket has with him, kind of hops up on the little post and follows up to the top with you. And as you do get to this section, you can see first this giant hole in the ground in front of you that seems to be smashed forward into the captain's quarters. But where you would normally expect the wheel to be on the ship for steering, there seems to be this box about 4 feet across, 2.5 to 3 feet high, and part of it seems to be almost destroyed, like something had almost cracked it, like smashed through it.
Is there like can I tell if the box opens? Is there a latch or?
So getting closer to it, it doesn't seem like it's a hollow box at all. Like the section that smashed is almost as if something had cracked through and smashed half of it off, and you can actually see the other half of that box kind of just sitting over on the side, as if something almost cleanly swiped through it and almost just displaced part of the box and sent it over to the side.
I'm going to pick up the piece that was sheared off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on here. Got what it was called. No, what the fuck?
I know you can do it, Andrew. I know what you're thinking of.
I know it's here. Hold on, give me a second. Severed shape. I'm going to pick up the piece that was sheared off, and I'm going to use severed shape to force it back in.
Okay. Bolt stands and runs across the little post right in front of this box area, and he sees you lift up the section and put it in place. And Oliver, as you get it in that area, you start actually holding your spell book and kind of just focusing on this magic that you've studied. You haven't had many times to practice this before in scenarios that you haven't designed yourself for using it, but this magical ability you have practiced and mastered allows you to just press along the side of the box, and everything just connects back together as if it had never been cut and sheared off before. And the box is whole. And actually, as you do reconnect it, you realize that there seem to be at the top of it almost 2 slots that seem to be able to hold in a shape. One of them missing, but you can definitely tell they both look like they would be almost like puzzle piece boat shapes. And the one on the right side seems to have its puzzle piece insert left inside.
So one of them has the piece in it, the other one's empty.
Yes. Roll an Arcana check.
Nat 20.
Hey, what is that with your it's Arcana, my friend?
Arcana, that's a 27.
Nice.
What a 7? You have never seen one of these in person before, but you've definitely heavily researched it, especially at the times when your father would go out on adventures that might require like sea travel and things like that, looking into magical boats. You've heard of these very rare items called folding boats that seem to be boxes that can have different attachments to actually be able to magically unfold into a different shape of boat. And this seems to be almost like a broken one that you put back together. You're not sure if you feel the magical hum coming actually from the box, but you do still feel that coming from the puzzle piece itself.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Nobody told me that you have one of these yet.
So, how big is the box?
4 feet across and 3 feet high here.
Oh, it's not.
You do know that typically folding boats the item when they're folded in, not unfolded as the ship. They are just small little chests, about like foot by foot at that point. So this almost seems like this is a unfolded folded boat, like, and this would be where you would be steering it.
Mm.
What fits in here?
But the puzzle pieces are definitely one of them is there. You can definitely feel that magic emanating from it, and it's in the slot.
Well, yeah. Obviously, I don't know anyone. I don't know that anyone else has one of these. So,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take it out. Take the one that's there out.
Okay. So you have a boat-shaped puzzle piece.
'Cause I don't think I can lift the actual box. How well? Let me try. How heavy is it?
Okay. Roll a strength check.
So is he standing like on top of what is the captain's thing at the back of the ship?
Yeah, where the wheel would be to steer the ship.
The helm.
11.
Yes. But there doesn't seem to be an actual wheel there. You see a box and Bolt's standing up there and staring forward, where you can see Oliver examining the box. You actually, because there's nothing to do, you actually saw him lift up a section of it and put it, and you saw like almost like this weird purplish light up around his fingers as it came together. And then he stares at it for a little bit, and you see him just, and you can like, you know, when you're lifting a heavy object that you know with two people you can lift and you can like get it off the ground, but you're like, nope, can't do it by myself. Nope.
I guess I'll walk
Okay.
up and help him lift the damn object.
And
Thanks. Thanks, Angel.
Bracket, as you go over there and help lift him up, you're looking at it for a second, and you haven't seen obviously it look like this before, but the top of the design of it reminds you of the folding boat that you guys had found and that Nock still currently has in their possession.
Dude, Nock has a folding boat?
Do you not remember that? The Misfit Warriors had that.
I remember that the Misfit Warriors had it, but like also I'm Yamakowski now, and I
That's
yeah,
true.
didn't
We
need
haven't
to know
told
that
Yamakowski with a bow, or that I in this world invented the song. Row,
in
row, row,
5
your boat.
fucking years. Like that's my only note.
Row, row,
I
row your boat.
Go with the box.
Nock is literally my new favorite person in the entire fucking party. Like, not that they weren't, but Bracket was like, fuck. Nock has a boat though, and now I'm like, bird and a boat? Done.
Bird and a boat.
I have both of your special interests.
I know, right? My autism is like, beep, beep, beep. Go hang out with them.
Okay, so Bracket and Oliver, where do you guys go with the boat? With the box?
I literally look at Oliver. So what was the plan here?
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. To the top deck, I guess.
That's fucking amazing.
We're on the top deck.
Yeah, we're on the top deck.
I was confused about that. All right, I didn't.
We're
I thought
on
we were
the
We're just
helm
gonna
station
jump it into
above the
space.
captain's quarters.
Just throw it up as fast as you can.
I can't throw shit.
That's why you have Bracket there.
Yamakowski, you come up the staircase and you can see Oliver and Bracket at the top of the other staircase on the other side of the boat, just holding this box confusedly.
I love that. They're like, hey, we found this life raft and we're gonna take it.
No.
Birdman, do you want to commit a crime?
Literally all the time. I'm so glad you asked.
Illyria and Nock,
Mhm.
after you
We
have your
definitely hear
conversation
all of this at this
through the
point.
hole in the ceiling of the captain's quarters, you hear the loud, boisterous voice of the paladin saying, "Birdman, you want to commit a crime?"
You see Nock
Yeah,
roll their eyes so hard.
Face palm.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry.
I'm yelling
Jokes.
up towards
Yeah,
Bracket.
you guys hear that come out of the hole in the ground behind you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What the
What do you
fuck
guys
are you
do?
doing?
I was listening
Well,
to the wizard
I found this down there, and it
up
seems
here.
curious. Oh, fuck.
So you guys carry it over to the hole over the captain's quarters, and Nock and Illyria, you can see looking up the paladin man and the wizard who's struggling to hold it, but holding it. It's really just the paladin, and it seems to be
I'm just
this
gonna
like
wave at Illyria,
I'm-
just like
blue painted box that seems to be honestly, you can't really tell from this angle, Nock, but they just seem to be carrying away. And Illyria, you would recognize this as the box where the helm is on the ship. I mean, you've never tried to fly it or anything. You've just accepted that there's a broken, smashed box there. But
Knock,
last you remember it, it was slashed through the middle, and now it seems whole.
Knock is just gonna say, Tyvor's sake, can I leave you guys alone for more than 5 minutes? Or
I'm literally not
you
even touching
always need a babysitter?
I've done
Yamakasi,
nothing
you guys
technically wrong yet.
And you're now at the hole as well, too.
What's that?
You now catch up at this time. You crossed across the whole boat, got up the stairs, and you're now at the hole with the rest, with Oliver and Bracket looking down at
I hear
Illyria.
Nock say that, and I literally put my hands up in the air, and I'm like, I'm not even touching it.
I didn't say you, but
I'm just used to being accused.
I'm looking directly at Bracket, and especially Bracket, because he should know better. I talked to him in his head, said, keep yourselves busy for a couple of minutes.
Can I walk over to Illyria and like try to introduce myself?
So, do you hop
Sure.
down the hole into the captain's quarters?
Explain to me what that would entail. Like, how far is the hop?
So,
Also, where am I in conjunction to the hop?
it's about a 10 foot to the ground, but there is a flaming desk below you in purple, kind of displaced fire that keeps appearing and reappearing. Kind of like at the top of the crow's nest that you saw, but you hadn't gotten to interact with yet.
Is it directly below the hole, or like
Yes,
if I
try to like dive to get like past it for there, it'd be a little hard belly flop, but you can attempt it.
So, like, what if I did some kind of thing where, so, like, what I'm picturing is grabbing onto the lip of the hole with Gaunty and kind of flicking myself
Ooh,
like over
acrobatics
the deck?
check.
Would that be all right?
Acrobatics check.
And then I have to lose 2 HP, or I guess maybe not. Do I have to, like, tell him not to stick to it? Like, what's.
If you want
gonna
him to, without question, use the trait as if you're using it as an extension of your body, 2 HP. If you're hoping and praying he does it, it's up to Gaunty at that point, and whether he's pleased at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm not like. I'm hoping he doesn't lick the side of it. I'm hoping I can just hop down. You know what I mean? Like, just grab the ledge and then kind of flick myself normal without him, like, I'm afraid that I'm going to get stuck halfway and then have to, like, introduce myself to Illyria while I'm literally, like, stuck to the ceiling.
All right, so you grab that, and what was your acrobatics check?
Let me go ahead and roll that for you. Give me just 1 second to look up what my acrobatics bonus is. All right.
Should be good. You're a rogue, warlock, everything.
Yeah, rogue, warlock, paladin for now, but it's going to get worse. That's a
It's
28.
gonna get worse.
28. You grab. So Illyria, you see the Birdman just that you heard the ghost that you didn't know before referred to as Yamakasi grab onto a broken plank of the wood and kind of just with a metal gauntlet on one right hand or left hand.
Gaunty's on my right hand.
Right hand, grab it and just swing, and Gaunty does let go, and you were able to stick the landing, Yamakasi.
Ooh, I do that. So hands up, then I do the flip thing, and then I do hands up again, like I'm sticking the landing.
Mhm.
So proud of myself.
And as you do that in the hands up position, your body freezes into a block of ice.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm Yamakowski. I'm one of Nock's friends.
He does this sometimes.
Why is he ice?
His head is out of the ice in his two arms, but he's just randomly frozen in a block of ice.
I say, give me 1 sec, and I high five his frozen hand.
That's amazing. I honestly so validating too.
Kind
Like,
of slide a little bit, so he's a little off center, not facing you guys now.
Yeah.
you like
Yeah,
can't
that's-
me
that's
away from
funny.
the conversation, so I'm just staring at the fucking wall.
So,
Blame
Yeah.
down, Harrison.
That's
Okay.
so funny.
I say, not my doing, but convenient.
no. Yeah. Okay. Guys, can you put the box down and like leave it alone for a minute? We're kind of having a conversation here, and that's technically hers, I think, right? Isn't that's yours?
I have no care for that box.
Oh, okay. I guess you can have the box, but put it down.
I found
Don't
these
drop
two.
it.
It had these 2 slots in it, and it had this puzzle thing. And I would hold out the puzzle piece I took.
You look at it, and it does
Yeah.
have a very strange resemblance to the puzzle piece in the box that you have that had a missing piece.
Oh shit! Can you drop that down here?
Toss it down.
You catch it.
Yeah.
You take the folding boat out,
Yeah.
and it's a perfect fit in the empty space.
Holy shit!
Does that fit?
Yeah, good job.
You
Thumbs up.
can you toss it back
You
up here?
just recognize that your halfling friend has had a folding boat this whole time. This item that you've vastly studied and sought after to go at some points maybe travel the seas for your research, and just it's right
No,
there.
do you know what that is?
It's a
Not where-
boat.
What did you just call it?
It's a boat.
Oh shit! I'm gonna like try to look over my shoulder at you. Like, what? What's a
Holding
boat?
a snack box
I
that
have
they
been.
just called a boat.
I have studied these. I didn't think I'd ever see one.
Oh, I mean, you can. I'm not tall. I can't reach this up to you, but I'll show you later.
And I just mage hand it over to myself.
Oh shit! Sure.
How much can Mage Hand carry?
5 pounds,
pounds.
I think.
No, it's 10 pounds.
10.
I specifically
I'm gonna
had to
say
make a
with
different
one
item to
mage
carry.
hand it doesn't work, but wet hands you can see kind of comes out of Yamakowski's body and it stops dripping water as the ghost that you saw before that you were unsure appears to be like, "I got it," and another mage hand appears, and then Oliver, your mage hand and his just lift the box up to you.
Am
Okay.
I dripping water even when I'm fucking
I'll-
encased?
So I recognize this ghost now.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of piecing this all together, watching quietly, and I'm suddenly just kind of like, you're with the chaotic one.
Yes.
Oh,
My best mate,
Sure.
Yamakowski.
all chaotic, except kind of. I'm not really as.
Yet.
Sometimes I know how to have fun. You know.
Hey, Nock, do you have any joints?
You're eating all of my edibles, dude. It's fucked up. And I'll toss him up. I'll toss him up the last one.
I love that.
I'm going to pop out the other puzzle piece that Nock had and put them both in the box.
Into the box, the big one.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to grind more? Like seriously, this is becoming a problem.
So
Okay.
putting them in the space, Oliver, your big box doesn't seem to do anything when you put it in there. Putting it in the spaces, you can definitely tell the puzzle pieces are still magical, but you have enough arcane awareness to see that something has killed the magic in this box that was on this ghost ship, but you do still feel it emanating from the one that Nock handed you.
Interesting.
Do you
roll
make a
Arcana.
comment on that, Oliver?
Well, I want to make a comment on it, but I think I should roll an Arcana check to see if I notice this as well, or else how would I respond?
I'm just going to say something
As
happened.
they're looking at shit, Nock is gonna pull out a bottle of wine from their pack and also just a handful of weed and be like, "You want one of either?"
Oh,
To Illyria.
policy? Because, like, yes, I'm encased in ice.
I
This is to
enjoy
Illyria.
right now.
how
This is
Nock
like
just said they're
like,
not
kind of like,
chaotic.
what the fuck
Threw
is
me up a
happening right now?
joint and then offered weed
That's
and
why I'm
booze as
offering you
payment.
things.
I
That-
just pictured
That's why I'm offering you this, because I know that we're a lot. And Nock is like, "I'm sorry."
You are aware of wine and also of weed. Whether you have partaken in either of those in your life is completely up to you.
I mean, I definitely have. Because in this world, unlike the real one, I can get high without going to
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So,
she's going to look at you and get stone-faced and just say, me not in control is not a good idea.
Oh no, Vicky is frozen.
oh, I didn't realize Vicky froze. I thought that was
Because
just like
it was a perfect response face, but then I realized it was still happening.
Really taking this to heart. Yeah, that was serious.
well here. Honestly, let's take a quick 5 to 10 minute
Sounds
break
good.
in this moment so we can go to the bathroom.
Question: did you answer my question?
What was your question?
Does Oliver notice that, or do I ask you this? Do you notice that what you did didn't work when you put the things into the box?
He
Yeah.
does notice that, yeah.
Do you
Oliver notices
verbalize
that.
it?
Yeah.
And then,
although
well, so what was your Arcana check bracket, by the way?
19.
19. Okay, we will continue with that after the 5-minute break.
Okay.
Sounds good. See you in 5
Then maybe
minutes.
we'll get
Hopefully
yeah,
Vicky's
yeah.
back. Yes, they can hear me. They can hear you.
Can they hear us?
That's why I
In
said.
theory or in
I'm
actuality?
back. I'm back on
Well,
the internet,
we're back.
guys.
Vic is no longer frozen solid like Yamakaushi.
Yay.
Huh?
Yeah, you jinxed me, dude.
So, following off on where we were at, your response before you froze?
So I anxiously put away both the weed and the wine, and I pull out a good berry and say, "Do you want a good berry?"
You know what a good berry is.
Yeah, and she kind of just like doesn't say anything and like reaches out.
Stop
and-
the
and
situation.
like, nods at you like this.
Yeah, hell yeah. You get a hit
You
point.
eat it?
Yeah, she eats it.
You can gain 1 hit point, Sam. And now
Get 1 hit
you did. I
point.
don't think you needed to eat,
Oh.
but even if you wanted, you did need to. You wouldn't have to for the rest of the day. Well, I don't think you have to. I think you just do by choice.
Yeah.
1 hit
That's
point.
none of your business. And I didn't reveal any of that, so that wasn't yours to tell.
So,
So
at
when
one.
you eat this, you feel full. It's a tiny little berry, and it tastes really great, and you feel full and satiated.
It goes very well with the coconut.
And I took it from you very familiarly.
Really? What a
Yeah,
weird
Nock is
sentence.
just gonna be like, "Listen, I know we're a lot. I'm really sorry. We were mid conversation. Also, I don't normally. Never mind. You were saying that you had more than you needed. How much?
Okay.
How much more did you have?"
So she's not going to answer that right away, but she's going to respond to your to the previous conversation that you guys were having. Is everyone looking at us at this point, or are they just kind of like in
Bracket and
chaos?
Oliver are still over the folding boat. Yamakauchi and Wet Hands are in the captain's quarters.
We
Okay.
can hear you, but we are not in the conversation.
And I
Yeah.
can hear you, but I'm facing away from you.
Okay, so she lowers her voice, enough that like she doesn't really care if they overhear her, but she's speaking just to you. So she lowers her voice in like a private manner and just says, if I may, if Naira paid you mind, it's because she foresaw your potential. Halfling called Nock. I advise you to trust that vision and not waste it. In my time, the being who sees only their height will never exceed it. Yet the smallest of creatures can reach mountains because they do not believe that they are superior to them. And then she's going to use her, what do I call it, druid craft to do something flary.
It's just exactly the same spell Nock had used to make that flower.
I use a little bit of like a little like kind of like gentle like ice cyclone, and I'm going to give you my tiny amount of stardust that I did not need, kind of like floating there in like a like ever swirling circle. So it's kind of up to you how you want to grab that. I don't have a pouch for you.
I think
pouch
that
is currently
Nock would
encased.
number one, Nock gets kind of like their breath kind of catches because I think they understand that you are meaning this from the heart, and it's not something that they expect from somebody that they just met. Like, they are not used to having this good of a conversation with a stranger. And Nock will kind of just copy the movement, make a similar little cyclone. The ends of it kind of turn into that like bluey, purpley, reddish flame, like the one that's on your desk. the one that has no heat, that the stardust kind of has fallen and comes to the earth in. And it just kind of gently swirls around, and then Nock will put it into a pouch of their own. Thank you. Is
Can
there
I see
anything
any of
else I
that
could
from
help you with?
over their shoulders?
Roll a perception check.
Are you rolling to see if you're eavesdropping? Because I love that.
Well, he can definitely
like I'm definitely not looking towards you guys. I'm looking like over Nock's far shoulder towards the door or the doorway or whatever. Like I'm looking away from you because I slid like an idiot because I'm encased in ice. But I still want to like be a part of
Crazy
it.
lady. So like, and I'm talking to your companion. So like, that would be fair.
You slid over towards the desk, Yamakausi, and even though you're like right next to fire, the ice is not melting.
Yeah, that tracks. Well, my perception is 22.
22. So yes, you can definitely catch this, and you do also see something else with that, but we'll get to that after the conversation.
Like if I catch that, like when there's like that lull at the end, I'm just gonna be like, I like look over my shoulder towards the ghost lady. Also, I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't think I caught your name. Also, thank you. Also for my notes, how much did we just add to what we have? I have 5.25.
1 quarter, 0.25.
So now we have 5.5.
It's
Which is
better
still
than
great.
5.25. No, and I really do like super thank you. But yeah, I'm probably like trying not to overshare in the silence, like I tend to. But I'm like, I'm Yamakausi. Thank you. Who are you?
Who are who?
So I just kind of look over at you and I say, I am Illyria, and then I look at your friends and I'm like, does anyone want to help him?
He goes
Oh,
away.
he'll melt in like a minute.
Yeah, this is just a thing that happens sometimes. I shook a hag's hand and she gave me a neat thing and a not so neat thing. And this is the not so neat thing. Like still just like talking over my shoulder at you. Like
Can you spin me and face me to you?
What you also see with your 22 perception, by the way, is on the ground in front of you, there seems to be a ornately carved letter that seems to have been like fallen onto the floor. And right next to it, at the bottom corner of the desk that has not been lit fully on fire, but it has been blown open. You can see one of the cabinet doors is opened, and there seems to be a couple other pages with a similar type of design inside there.
Where's my
Can I
pouch?
can I ask Wet Hands to grab me those pages? Like
The
wow,
cap-
I'm just
The capper still has that pouch, yes, but the letters
paper
flew
fell.
off, yes. What'd you say, Yamakasi?
Do you mind if I just ask Wet Hands to pick up all those pages for me and hand them to Illyria? Like, I don't want these catch on fire. I saw these just like offhandedly.
So Wet Hands is handing these to me.
Yes. Well, his mage hand is. I don't think he can interact with like actual physical objects, but he has a mage hand.
He's going to mage hand grab the letter that was on the ground first, and then go into the cabinet and grab the other pages. And a
Is there
couple of the
anything
other
else in
pages
the
are
cabinet, like,
slightly.
with him?
What?
Is there anything else in the cabinet with him, like, kind of moving around in it, or like opening it more to like grab the letters?
So going in there doesn't seem to be anything other than 4 pages. And as he pulls those out, one of them is like half on fire and the others are a quarter. The fire doesn't seem to be spreading. It's that phasing fire, but he's just going to grab it in his mage hand and kind of like, oh, and he's going to put it against your hand a couple of times, Yamakasi, to try to put it out.
I would mention to him that he should try to like put it against the fire and see if that quenches it, or the ice that I'm encased in.
Okay, he's going to put it against there and start kind of like rubbing it, and it does kind of die out the fire. One of the pages has been like lost the top half of it, but there does seem to be more on it. The other ones seem to not be impeded, other than a little bit chars on the sides.
Cool. Well, I mentioned to Illyria that I didn't want them to burn, and I kind of like nod my head towards her so that Wet Hands will hand them to her. I don't know whose pages they are, but she lives here, so like, or at least I surmise that she lives here. She was here before us. They're hers, as far as am concerned.
Whatever is inscribed here is in a language I can't decipher. They had nothing to do with my mission here.
Can I try to check them? Can I like look at them and see if I can read that?
What languages do you speak?
So many, actually.
I also have a good handful.
Can I ask Wet Hands to hand them one to to Nock too, so we could like check
Yeah.
at the same times?
Yeah.
So I have
Got, you go first.
Aquan, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Primordial, and Thief Scan.
Okay, and Nock.
I've got common, druidic, gnomish, goblin, halfling, orc, primordial.
Noise.
Neither of you read or
Damn.
speak language.
I got 7. 7
Well,
languages.
we gotta, yeah, right. Like we gotta bring this up to the wizard, and let's see if he can.
Wet Hands mage hands it up to Oliver and hands it off to Oliver's wet hands.
I
Oliver's
see
mage hand.
Well, it goes up towards Oliver.
Yes, as the mage hands float both in front of Bracket and Oliver. What languages do you guys speak and read?
Celestial, common, English.
What Andrew?
Common, undercommon, celestial, and draconic.
Dang.
You can read this, as all of these seem to be written in undercommon.
Huh.
Oh, hell yeah!
What do they say?
So the first one that you read is the ornately kind of carved paper, as if something has literally form-fitted it. It has like a little fancy appeal. And it says, if you're reading this, you must have some mastery over my discovered form of magic, displacement magic. Here's the spell. Here's the spell component for one of my deadliest creations, cosmological.
You'll just see all like everyone will just see Oliver's jaw like actually drop as he's reading this.
It requires 50 gold pieces worth of stardust, so use it wisely. Displacement magic is fueled by the limitlessness of the cosmos. The sky is vast and empty to the commoner, but to us, it is filled with an unending weave of dimensional space that can be harnessed, connected, and moved at our will. If you follow in my footsteps, we'll be in touch. Kyushi, it's signed.
Hell yeah!
Does he read anything out loud? Do you?
Yeah, I read it. I mean, yeah, I did read it out loud. Yeah.
Okay, so
You guys verbally heard Oliver start reacting in his voice as he was reading this. You can tell as he read more and more the meaningfulness of this. It almost puts him almost in another anxiety moment where he's kind of freaking out.
This was written by the. This was written by the wizard who discovered displacement magic.
And you're going to hear in your head at that moment,
Sick.
do you mean you something directly written from the creator? As for the
Brian,
first
if
time
you
you
want to
hear
do that
Arthur
entire voice
McRegal.
again, you need to turn off the video broadcast because that was just gibberish.
I heard it.
Oh, it became.
I didn't
Okay.
hear it either. I'm sorry.
I'll say, did you just really find legitimate looks like it's from the creator of Displacement? You hear in your head for the first time Arthur McRegalson.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
start
shit.
for a second. And like, yeah, I forgot you were there. Yes, I did.
And you look at the other paper. Sorry, one last thing.
yeah, go ahead.
There seem to be also written in Undercommon. The three that are slightly charred but still there seem to be spells.
Oh, shit.
Spells that seem to be titled. Hold on. Where did it go? Sorry. Spells that seem to be titled Phase, Piercing Portal, Intelligent Reflection, and then the final one, the top, is burned away and only the bottom half of the spell remains. But all of them seem to be signed by Kyushi.
Brian, can we put a note in the group chat, and then can you also send me the information so I can get them in D&D Beyond for you?
They're in D&D Beyond. I made these a long time ago.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tomlin.
I'm so
Andrew,
sorry.
take notes of that.
Okay. Would
There's
that cause
no-
Oliver to drop the box?
Of all the spells you just found.
Yes.
I don't think I was holding it.
You're still holding it.
You put down the box.
We
yeah.
hadn't set it
I
down
tried.
yet.
I imagined I had set it down once they floated the papers up.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have all the papers right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
we-
have to say every single action that you take every moment, you know?
Well, I was more just thought it'd be
You
funny.
could have put them down.
Yeah, I imagine I had set the box down once I took the papers.
Cool.
Mostly, I just meant take note of them so that you can be studying them. So you'll know which ones you have to add later.
And Illyria speaks up.
So as this first happens, I feel like this is the first time I really look in your direction, Oliver, and I'm just kind of like, so you do more than clumsily smash things over the backside of objects.
Oh.
I love you. That's amazing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
She
I thought
read
you were
you like filth.
I thought you were trying to kill us.
Does that mean does that mean that there was stardust with this too?
With what?
I was afraid to ask.
With the
Sorry.
note? The one that I thought I handed it back to you. I guess you dropped it at some point again. The one
Wait,
that
really?
The letter
Yeah.
that flew off of
The
Embernettle's
the letter that you gave
Okay, so again,
Embernettle.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it fell again, but
Embernettle still has the pouch that came.
Embernettle still has the pouch. So, and then I feel like at that point when you mention that, I'll go, ah, yes, but like just kind of to myself, and I go like this, and Embernettle would fly over towards me, and I'm just gonna place my hand out for the pouch. And can I try to like glean what's inside the pouch before I open it?
Roll that would be an intelligence check.
Would it, or would it be Arcana? Because
That would be if it's a magical thing. You're trying to gauge how are you trying to gauge what's inside of it?
so,
That would determine what type of check it is.
ooh, okay.
User X-ray vision.
So can I use? So okay, so Druidcraft gives you flair,
Mm.
but what about? I have an idea. Can I use speak with animals? I'm going to take the pouch that's in my hand and I'm
gonna
going to
ask the
set it
duck might
down
in
in
the
the middle
pouch.
of the desk, and I am going to summon beetles to come and just kind of creep
Ooh.
inside the pouch and investigate what's in it before I touch it and open it myself because I don't know what's in there.
Okay, you put it on the desk that is
That was so
burning in the
close.
center on a section where it's not burning, and then just out of the actual wood of the desk, as you just weave your hands, you can see little tiny beetles just kind of coming up, and they just crawl into the pouch.
I speak to them too and I ask them to please
And you
find out what's inside the pouch.
you cast speak with animals on there. Looking inside, you can just hear a cacophony of responses of stardust.
Oh.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Mhm.
I really, really love how detailed you get, Sam. Like, you think
Oh.
of shit in a different way than I do, and I really appreciate it because I'm always like, damn, that was such a good idea. Like, fucking summon beetles to look in the pouch before you open it. Like, dude, if it wasn't one of those peanut brittle spring monster things, like, that would have worked so well. Like, I love that.
Thanks, dude. I also love all of your details. So
Man, I feel like I am
yeah.
like manically undetailed. Like I'm just like 4 big ideas with no fucking by road between them, and everyone's like, how did you get from there to there?
Yeah, but that's the style of your character, and that's what's like emotionally
It for sure
attachable and
is.
like a lovable, but like, you know.
The amount of times in the week where I'm like, that was a Yamakasi moment, and then I'm like, wait, I'm a Yamakasi. Oh no.
Yup.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah,
Don't
dude,
do that.
Avery is
as
a
the
bit
beetles come back out
chaotic
and then
like
just
that.
kind of fade back into the wood of the desk.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm not. At this point, I don't need that. So I will take the pouch and open it up. I thank the beetles, and I just am going to kind of like turn it in Nock's direction so that they can see what's inside it.
Okay, so I see that it's stardust. Oh shit. Okay.
We
But the
visually
beetles are
tell about
colorblind,
how
so
much
it's
it
really
is.
just gunpowder.
So holding it in your hand,
It's open
Uh,
rolls up.
yeah, kind of weighing it around, it does seem like there is about half a pouch.
half a
That is
pouch. Holy
freaking
shit.
amazing.
Okay.
That'd
Yeah.
be-
Are you sure? I want to make I mean this is exactly how much we need, but I want to make sure that you're sure. You literally opened this.
Like I said, I have no need for more than what I came here for.
Thank you. I'll take it and hand
Could
is
we
Yamakasi
keep
still
looking?
ice?
I was literally just about to say, in this
Okay.
moment, the ice form just, and Yamakasi, you
Yeah.
are freed.
Okay,
I'll
before I
hand
do anything else, can I go over and hug Illyria? Like
I
really
had
honestly
wanted
like,
to, but I didn't want to do it without your consent because
you
I
just
feel
gave
like
us the rest of
You
what we
can
need to
certainly
let me
try
do
to hug her.
my redemption arc. I
No, I
need to hug
know.
her about this.
So Yamakasi walks open arms towards your body.
She instinctually backflips with gust barrier and just kind of like is a few paces back from him towards like the back of the wall and just looks at him and just kind of is like
You kind of got pushed back past your hammock and a little bit next to the mounted telescope on the ground.
yeah, she's not going to respond well to someone trying to physically touch her.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm going to fall down to one of my knees and be like, I owe you a great debt. In fact, the entire city of Zista owes you an incredible debt. Thank you so much for helping me. I
She's just going
don't
to
know what
kind of
else to say.
say, you owe me nothing, but if I may request it of you, what do you know of this land called Zista, and is it highly populated?
It is highly populated. I don't know very much, to be honest. I've only been there, I think, a total of 4 days. And I'm like going to literally start manically dumping my history about everything I know about Zista.
During that time, I will hop down.
Nock is gonna tie up the bag of stardust and just kind of slide, actually to wet hands. I'll slide over the pouch. I was gonna hand it to Yamakasi, but he's busy.
Just
Yeah, no,
grabs
I did
the
add
mage
to
hand
my
right
notes.
above his ghost palm and just grabs it in the mage hand.
Yeah,
I did add it to my notes that we have how much we need.
And
we have
so
exactly what we need.
So Brackett hops down into the captain's quarters. Oliver, you're still up at the top with the spell scrolls and the letter from Kyushi. What do you do?
I am going to I'll just put the letters in my pouch. Gotta contemplate those for a second and be like, Kyushi was here. He was here.
Oh, hey, Andrew. Not Andrew. Sorry. Maybe later, Andrew. But Brian, what's that thing that I picked up?
Some sort of wrist-mounted dagger with a purple leather-bound handle.
Can I like take it out and check it and see if it has anything to do with Kyushi? I feel
Yeah.
like we found it in the same ship. Also, what the fuck was Kyushi doing on this pirate ship? Like,
That is what I was just
Whatever
wondering.
he wanted to
Buddy,
do.
I'm gonna ask Oliver what Kyushi was doing on a pirate ship. Was Kyushi a pirate?
Well, like what else do I know about Kyushi?
Kyushi was one of Time's alignment, a Yanti pureblood female wizard, the one who first discovered or created displacement magic. No one's sure exactly if it was created by her or if she had founded it, found it out in the universe and learned to harness it. Because of her displacement magic, it was a key role in the Time's alignment gaining the objects they needed in order to go up against Ilios and defeat him, free Xylia. But once the Time's alignment restored time to the land, then restore and put all of the artifacts back where they belonged, they disbanded, went their own different ways across Tychorus, and Kyushi, there's actually very little record of where Kyushi went afterwards.
Okay. I'll just say to Yamakasi,
Actually, hold on, that's your common knowledge for it. Roll a history check. I should have let you do that, as you have been somebody who has been studying all of this.
that's cocked. That's pretty good. Hold on. Bad at mental math.
That was a
23.
great math, yes.
23.
23.
I'm really bad at mental math.
Ooh, you should ask Arthur McRegalson if he knows anything about Kyushu. I'm so serious though. Like,
You
what did
you know from your research with your father that you guys were finding trace details that would lead to Kyushi doing some sort of dimensional travel.
I was saying you should ask Arthur McRegalson, that guy in your ring.
Arthur, as you are poring over everything like that, he would let you know this is insane that you guys just stumbled upon this. I mean, it's more and more of my memories are coming back to me, but my family was obsessed with.
Did you know her?
No, but we sought to find her. We wanted to learn. We wanted to find traces of displacement magic, learn how to harness it ourselves. I can't remember everything, but I don't think we were successful. I don't think we ever did it.
Oh.
Why has his voice gotten slightly more southern?
It got so southern.
Yeah, Brian halfway through that accent changed accents.
Yeah. It went a little more Paul.
Apparently, my father discovered something about her before he disappeared. Trying to find out what that was. And now this. Kyushi was here. She was on this ship.
Yes.
Can I show Oliver? Is he down in the pit with us yet?
Yeah, I
Did you
figured
ever jump down, or have you just stayed dangling your feet at the top?
No, I jumped down.
Okay.
Can I show Oliver the wrist thing? Can I, like, what? Like you said, it's purple mounted or whatever. But like, are there any like symbols on it, or like what's?
Wait. Are you showing it to me?
Yeah. I'm taking out of my. I mean, like once I like was done manically telling everything that I knew to Illyria about Zista and like everything that I fucked up and everything that I saw and all the people and everything.
Before you do, Oliver, you're not athletic. Either acrobatics or athletics check to jump down.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, buddy.
18.
Eat shit.
You're waiting for a second. Even Illyria, who just met you, but then you're able to acrobatics or athletics?
That was acrobatics. I rolled an 18.
Acrobatics, you kind of see a plank that you kind of like grab for a second, and then you use it to step on part of the desk that's not burning, and then hop to the floor.
I'll just pause there for a second and be like,
what the fuck?
You're literally the only one. I'm so mad. I wish that you had embarrassed yourself like I did.
Good job. That was great.
Yeah, really good job. I'm so happy for you.
I'll just bow. Thank you.
Okay, don't get too full of yourself now. Illyria, you seem to be very curious about Zista. Are you heading there?
So by like technicality, we're in the Zistalian kingdom.
Okay, Bracket.
I have no choice, but I don't do well in crowds.
Same girlfriend. Oh my god. I got arrested 4 times.
Snap.
Okay, so I mean, you know this now. Sorry about the dumping from all of us, it seems. Not you, Bracket. Chill out. Okay. Do you want to come with us?
Oh, hell yeah.
We're going to Zista.
Have to go pick up the other weird girl we
There's
found.
safety numbers.
What was the last thing you just said?
There's safety numbers.
There's safety covers?
There's safety in
numbers.
Numbers.
Safety covers?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we cover all the outlets. Don't worry.
When Nock
No,
says that, though, I will turn to
killing you.
Illyria.
What'd you say?
When Nock says there's safety in numbers, Yamakowski turns to Illyria and says, magic and the otherworldly are really, really illegal in Zista, but like I'm confident that I can keep you at least somewhat safe. You can be there and at least not hunted.
Okay.
I've
So
dealt with the guards and I've dealt with the paladins, and I can change how I look. Wet Hands has been safe. We can keep you safe. I know where to be. You'll be safe while you're there. As long as you listen to what I say, obviously. If you just go and fuck off and go and do whatever you want, I can't help you. But you know what I mean? Like I can keep you safe if you stay with us. Does that make sense?
Also, not for
she's
nothing.
gonna answer both of you, but he interrupted. So I feel like I look at Yamakowski first, and I'm just like, and she's not being hostile in her response because at this point she's being mildly pleasant with all of you, but she just kind of looks at you and is like, I'm not worried about being safe from other people. I'm worried about people being safe from me. And then she just kind of looks back at you and is like, so back to that. I tell you that I'm worried about being in crowds, and your solution is that I join a crowd.
Might help you get used to it.
Also, if you have to go to Zista, there's so many of them, though.
We're a different kind of crowd than a whole city.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you can kill them all, but do you really want to?
I don't think she was
you
talking about killing everybody in Zista.
I mean, she literally said she's worried about all of them. Right? And at least the paladins are gonna you would have to navigate the city with some kind of secrecy. You would not stand unopposed. The people there don't take kindly to undead or any kind of weird magic other than in the Undercity.
Navigate secretly. We know that much.
No, for sure. I'm not trying to say you can't. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff in that city that I had trouble with. And I can blend in a little bit more easily than you. I'm not trying to say that you couldn't handle yourself, but also if you have a goal, we might be able to help you more. Does that make I don't know. I don't want you to go there and get stuck or have to leave or something. There's a really big storm. There's a lot of elementals. There's a lot of things happening
There's
in
a
that city right
dragon.
now. Yeah, there was a dragon for a day or two.
He might come back. You never know.
He's probably gonna come back when we come back. He fucking doesn't like me.
Friend, friend dragon.
Not this one.
I mean, not this one. I tried. It didn't work, but I tried.
He didn't really care.
Didn't the dragon eat you?
No, I got myself eaten on purpose. It was a teleportation into his gullet. It's not the same.
And
His
then
vor was purposeful.
I did die
The dragon
in his
to
undead, but that's
see the hero dice.
That was such an epic. I meant to do that. That's me speaking, not Illyria. That's such an I'm meant to be eaten by the dragon.
Yeah.
That was my intention. Okay, so
it was the
Nock
best
is
thing
gonna
that I've ever had in D&D. I'm so glad it worked the way I wanted it to, and then I was so mad that the dragon could plane shift. Oh, that was such a fucking oh man, womp womp.
That's what happens when a
Nock is gonna
dragon in a horde for years.
say, if you want, you can come with us. Or if you want, you can go separately and know that we'll be there if you need us.
she's just going to completely change the subject as if she didn't hear either of you offer anything to her, and she's going to say, do any of you require a long rest?
I love her so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I could super use a nap or 2 or 4.
Yes. Yes.
Shit though. Like I know we got the stardust, but shouldn't we go and like in case we need more for the ritual? Like I feel like as tired as I am, I want to go to the next nearest and at least get extra. Because if nothing else, Andrew can use it for what was that spell called? The fucking spell.
Critical crush.
Well,
Damn.
we have friends who are going to the ones that are closer by. I don't think it's wise for us in this state, at least me. I'm still pretty hurt and I've used up all of my spells for the day. So
If we're gonna nap soon, can I ease your pain so you can fall asleep easier? I have a little bit of healing left.
I mean, sure, if you want. I'm just saying I don't think it's a good idea for us to travel further tonight. We're gonna get more. I told everybody. I sent messages to my parents. Muri knows.
You're gonna see Yamakasi basically deflate onto the floor and just be like, "I'm so scared for Zista. I don't feel like I can do enough. There's not enough time in every day."
Nock will go over to Yamakasi and just kind of pull him into a little hug and just pat him awkwardly on the back. Not really used to doing this. And just be like, it's gonna be okay, bud. We're gonna fix it.
I know, but it was so bad when I left, and it's probably gotten worse. And I'm scared for my friends who were there, and
Well, they sound pretty badass. So
oh, they are. Oh, they're
I'm
so
sure
cool.
they're fine.
I like thunk my head onto the floor, and I'm like, "You should meet Andrish."
Okay.
Fluffiest tail, so friendly. Honestly, best friend I've ever made.
What is tail?
Yeah, he's an elf who turned into a cat. I think. I'm
Oh
not
shit.
exactly positive how he ended up that way. I think he died. I think we have a lot more in common than
That's crazy.
my friend Rain used to date him, and we were working the heist together, and I'm like just like talking to the ceiling, like lore dropping all day. I miss them so much.
Mentioned
I know
again,
I've only
it
been
takes you
gone
out
for
of the
like,
deep focus of displacement magic as you hear once again your ex-girlfriend's name.
And talking about another one of her exes.
and
Who apparently is
like,
back
I
in
miss
contact with her.
They were my best friends ever. Like,
Well,
So-
hopefully we can get you back to him.
Upon watching all of this like camaraderie and like joking and like loving gestures and stuff, Illyria is kind of like watching very removed from it, and she just kind of like, if any of you are looking at her face, there's like an emotion for like 5 seconds, and then she just kind of like locks her face down, and she's like, like I was saying, the offer stands. If you'd like to rest here, my specters and ghosts will leave you be. Excuse me. And she just kind of like yeets up into the ceiling, and she's going to go up towards the crow's nest. So she's pieced out of the room.
can I can I ask Nock if
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be like, hey, would it be weird if I send wet hands after her? I feel like she might need to talk or have a friend or something. I'm not positive I'm picking up the right vibe, but I don't want to make it awkward.
I think she needs a moment to herself. Vane is up on the crow's nest, which I don't think she knows.
I know.
So I have a feeling she's gonna have an interaction of some sort anyway.
Okay.
And
I
hopefully
just
that'll
wanna-
go better.
He was
I just-
planning on asking you where your magnificent beast was. So she might be interested to find her up there.
And
She's gonna find her up on the crow's nest.
She's a big bird.
Oh
Oliver,
yeah.
as Yamakasi shows you that wrist-mounted dagger as well too, it is very fine purple leather around the hilt of the dagger that goes further up your wrist, like where it actually connects to a spring-mounted like mechanism. And you can see the same way the K has been written on the letter for Kyushi seems to be carved at the bottom end into like the one of the mechanisms at the very end of the spring.
May I see that?
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
like-
to take it. I'll take it, and I'm going to spend 10 minutes to ritually cast Identify on it.
Ooh.
Oh,
If
I forgot you could
you-
do that.
If you decide to take this over, can I maybe take back the Wand of Wonder? I feel like
Oh.
chaos is kind of my thing.
I would agree with that consensus, and I will hand him back the wand.
I
All right,
appreciate
so
you.
10 minutes while you're doing that. Bracket, Nock, you guys do anything before I go over to Illyria and Vane?
I have nothing vitally important to do right now. I might go investigate the not boat brick thing, and probably would take out the because we slid in our folding boat into one of the slots. Was that what was described before?
No, so your folding boat has a puzzle piece in it that
Okay.
was allowing you to do the smaller boat you guys were forming before. There was always a missing puzzle piece, and you took one of the puzzle pieces from this box that seems to be destroyed and devoid of magic and moved it over to your box so it fit in that empty space.
Okay.
Nock is just going to kind of shake off the accidentally trauma dumping to somebody when they never talk about themselves, because Illyria doesn't talk like half of the time, and so it was very easy to just accidentally keep going.
Worry
And it's
about it.
just kind of like, what was that? That never happens. And so Nock is just gonna kind of like actually, I think, hop up on the desk and hop up out of the hole and just kind of sit on the rim of the hole and just like think for a minute.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Right. So you fly out of the captain's quarters and go up towards the crow's nest, and about halfway there, when you do look up, you can see this giant owl just perched up at the top, who turns very quickly and just goes, looks at you as you're coming up.
So is Nock hurt? Not Nock. Is Vane hurt in any way from all of this?
Yeah. I mean, Vane's not seriously injured, but she could use some healing.
So does Illyria immediately notice? I mean, Vane's a big owl, but does she notice her as she's like floating up to the crow's nest, or is it like a surprise when she gets up there? Does she see her, or is it dark vision? So
You're able to very easily see Vane up there as soon as you start heading into the direction.
okay, so she's gonna she came up there to like be by herself, but she's surprised to see Vane there, and she kind of floats up and approaches slowly and kind of like extends a hand out like this, and from her she's gonna take her other hand, and she has the nature's touch flower on the are you being Vane right now?
Mhm.
Love it. Okay. She has her nature's touch that is like in eternal bloom, and it's kind of like in a odd vial that has this strange substance in it, and she very like almost like scared like takes the cork off like very carefully, and she just like drips out like the tiniest bit of this odd floating substance in the bottle, and she puts the cork back on the top, and she's going to take her hand out, and it just kind of swirls into the shape of like a mouse, like a metaphorical mouse, and she's going to offer it to Vane as a peace offering, and she basically says, "I'm sorry for hurting you earlier." And she gives her this like weird translucent substance of a mouse. And does Vane take it? Because Vane doesn't know what that substance is.
Roll an animal handling check.
Okay. Okay. 25.
Holy shit.
Nice.
And you can see actually a hint of recognition in Vane's face looking at the substance. And takes it.
Oh, you're right. She would.
And in that moment, that would kind of click with you. You see the coloration in.
Well, wait, hold on. Would she recognize it? Because. Okay. You might be getting something confused and I can't really. Okay, hold on. 2 seconds, guys.
Pause. Hold on.
Just mute yourself.
Mute.
Yes.
Mute. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Can you read lips?
Sometimes.
Have you gotten a chance to? Oh wait, no. And Brian didn't tell you what the dagger is, but oh, buddy, I'm so excited for you.
Are you?
Yeah, I made the homebrew item for this.
I'm excited.
Also, I'm excited to be able to use the Wand of Wonder because
And everything works now. Okay.
There was a misunderstanding.
We canonized something to make sure it worked.
love that.
Cool. And
So correct your speech. What does Vane recognize?
Vane, as getting closer, it seemed to sniff a lot, and there was a hint of recognition with what she was able to smell from the liquid.
Okay.
And then
I accept that.
licks it up, and then looks at you.
That will heal you. You're welcome. Do I understand all of these who's?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. 18.
18. You can tell that it seems like Vane's trying to like size up your personality and whether you're a good person and going to be protecting, being nice and not a danger to pointing down. You assume it would be Nock at that point. You do have speak with animals.
I was literally about to say I can't speak with animals.
Okay. Vane will be like, "So you're from my home?"
Yes. But don't tell the others.
You won't hurt.
Not intentionally. Not my intention.
I will come after you if you hurt Nock.
A good beast would do that.
What a good dog you are.
You know, kind of like look at you a little bit and then not kind of just. You're okay.
So is your halfling.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Illyria, we're gonna be your best friends.
You're the best.
Did Vane just mess up
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I'd be like, dude.
no.
All right.
That was me correcting my speech.
So she says they're the best.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't really think I respond further to that. I just kind of nod.
Wow, that's really polite, because Nock used to not like bracket. Or not Nock, Vane used to not like bracket.
Vane is just, well, Vane's not friends, but Vane is now just sitting up there in the fire with Illyria sitting up in the fire, both in the crow's nest, just silently now.
Ooh, what foreshadowing! Vane's
Do
gonna
I,
get put in fire all the time from now on.
as I'm kind of sitting on the edge of this hole, I'm kind of like looking down for a second. And then I think I look up and see that they're sitting with one another. And I don't like say or do anything, but I just kind of enjoy the fact that my bird's being there for her.
I think at this
Little do you
point we're
know.
not really talking, but I have kind of like let my guard down a little bit and I'm like sitting on the edge of the crow's nest with like my legs dangling a little bit.
This is also the first time you've been around a creature from where you're from in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Which is why
There's a little level of familiarity with
I am
Alice. It's been
sitting
on a lot.
in comfortable silence with her.
All right, Misfit Warriors. What do you guys do? Do you take a long rest at the ship?
I would say my vote is yes on that.
I'm fine with
I
it.
unfortunately-
even though we probably... Did we say we would be back tonight to, what's her face? I'm forgetting her name right now.
Zani.
Zani, who's watching the kids.
I think we said that we might be back tomorrow, depending on how long it takes. We
What
didn't
time is
know
it
exactly
right
how
now?
long it would be.
Oliver, what time is it?
What's my watch say?
Yeah,
That
what
is
time is it?
useless to me.
I don't know what time it is, but Oliver definitely knows what time it is.
However, as your ritual cast of Identify, which I almost forgot, is coming to an end, you think, and it is 12:02 and 33 seconds
AM.
a.m.
All right.
Yeah, we should probably fucking sleep here, meet them in the morning, and then leave for Zista when we meet them.
They're not going to be upset about it. It's fine. As long as the kids are behaving, it'll be fine.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, my giant snapping turtle guy is over there hanging with them, so like it's fine. I'm confident.
I'm sure
I'm also
they'll be fine.
dead tired.
I just... There's no easy way to communicate with them from this distance, is there?
No, my thing's close range only.
Oliver,
And brand new. So, sorry if I fuck it up a little.
No, it's cool that you know it at all, dude. I'm like lifting my head up from the floor, like as I'm like laying there still, just spread eagle on the floor.
Oliver, after you finish your ritual cast of Identify, you're able to identify this as a magical weapon called a Dagger of Directed Displacement.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it's so fucking cool.
Oh shit.
This slender stiletto is encased within a spring trap mechanism snugly secured to the wrist. That can be snugly secured to the wrist of your either of your arms. The mechanism is fastened and is elaborately embellished leather cuff, that purple that you had seen before, and allows the wearer to channel their spells more accurately or release the blade into an unsuspecting enemy. Its slender blade is engraved with displacement runes and the symbol of Kyushi, the K. As you finish the Identify, you can see those runes kind of glow around the handle of the dagger. If you attune to this dagger, it's a +1 dagger, and it also increases your spell save DC and spell attack by 1.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's super fucking cool, dude. Oh my god. That's
When you
even like
hit a
not even the
creature-
coolest part of it.
When you hit a creature with this weapon, you may attempt to displace that creature.
Oh fuck yeah.
The target must
Mhm.
succeed on an intelligence saving throw versus your spell save DC. On a failure, the target creature is displaced to an unoccupied space within 15 feet of yourself. Additionally, you may make an attack with this dagger as a bonus action. However, the dagger of such an attack is only 1 point of damage plus your strength modifier. You can use the displacement effect with this bonus action attack. And you
yeah.
can use this effect a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
It does require attunement.
I have one open slot, so
Can I attune to the Wand of Wonder while we rest?
Does the Wand of Wonder require attunement?
It does, but I'm interested in attuning to it, and I have one free slot right now. So
Yeah, so that all depends. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going into a long rest?
I mean, if no one else thinks that we should go and meet and go and like drive through the night, I think I'm gonna go for a
yeah.
rest.
Yeah,
I'm already laying on the floor.
I would say rest as well, and I would like to
Could I
attune.
s-
I would like to attune to the blade as well.
Could
Okay.
I take the first watch?
Okay.
Thank you.
Illyria, you would know in this area,
Mhm.
in the entire time you've been here, you really haven't had any disturbing nights since you've taken over Dominion. So
No.
you can assure your newfound allies that it should be a uninterrupted sleep. But if you guys do want to take watches still, you guys can take watches.
She's
Yeah.
definitely the most. There's nothing in the immediate surroundings that is going to feel like it has the energy to challenge her around the ship. It doesn't mean that she sleeps restfully when she's by herself or trances restfully. She's still kind of like wary, especially because she's been by herself for quite some time. But she can assure you guys that not assure you, she can't promise you, but she can pretty much promise you that there's nothing that's going to really be coming out here, especially because of her presence and the fact that in certain ways you guys don't know yet, she's kind of like accidentally made herself known to the surrounding town, which is why there are signs everywhere.
Hmm. Nock is
Also,
gonna
we can get
still
wet
just
hands to
kind
watch
of
too.
keep an eye out. And is gonna take out like one of their daggers and a little piece of wood and just start like whittling something, start carving something in the wood.
So
Did you
do
get
the
the alarm dagger or the alarm torches back?
Yeah, I
Those were
have the alarm
look,
torches.
You guys left the alarm torches with
So we left
everybody
them
at
with
the
the
cart.
kids.
Yep.
Yeah, because we wanted the
Do
kids
you
to have them.
do you want me to cast the alarm spell?
I feel confident that I can keep an eye out.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
just figure it
Vane's-
out.
So is
Vane's
anybody
here.
else staying up with Nock, or is everybody else going into sleep/trance?
I'm immediately going to sleep. If everyone else says I'm
Illyria
sleeping,
does
I'm going to sleep.
not go to sleep with a bunch of people on the ship who she does not know.
Okay.
I'm
There's
going.
no way.
Hold on. I'm going to spend however many hours I can and still get a long rest reading the Tome of Clear Thought.
Okay. Long rest, if you guys want the 8-hour period, it has to be at least 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of light activity, which could be reading.
All right, I will add 2 hours to my Tome of Clear Thought then.
Do you want to do that before you go to sleep and be up with Nock as Nock whittles?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Nock is just still kind of sitting above everybody, feeling the cool air, whittling.
Where does everybody sleep? By the way, do you just pull up stuff in the captain's quarters on the deck? Do you go below deck in one of the ragged hammocks where long dead pirates used to sleep?
No thanks. I think
I will set up my bedroll like on the deck, so I'm just looking at the stars while I
So
Great.
I know I've never like talked about how I picture Yamakasi sleeping when he's not like in Delson's apartment, but I picture it in my bag of holding being like an extra big sleeping bag with like a tiny apartment in it. Can I just like go in my bag of holding and sleep in my sleeping bag in the bag of holding?
Don't you need to breathe? You like I don't think you can
I mean,
breathe.
it's a bag. I can just leave it open on its side and crawl into it, and then
I don't
His
think that's
head
how
is
that-
there- just his head is there.
Leaning into the bag of holding.
what's that?
So your bottom half leaning into the bag of holding.
No. Like, I mean, it's like a 500-pound space. I mean, I put my bag of my sleeping bag, my pillow, my blanket, my bedroll, all that shit, and then like everything else. Like, if I go in there and it's just laid open with the flap open all night,
How do you get yourself out of it?
I climb out. It's just laying on the floor.
Can you do that?
I think
think
if you
so.
leave it, I'm pretty sure if you leave it open, yes. If you close it, then that's where you need to breathe at that
That's such a chaotic way to sleep. I love that.
Right, but like it's like a tiny. It's like essentially the what is it? The rope trick.
No, do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like? Do you remember that really creepy show that like you definitely shouldn't show your child? That was called Out of the Box on TV. Do you remember that?
Yes. Oh my god, that show fucking lives in my heart rent free.
Dude,
my God.
one of my first child loves was fucking Tony with his like beautiful dreadlocks. When they would sing the goodbye song, I would like scream.
Dude, 100%. Okay, so like, yeah, I want to be out of the box.
So you have an apartment instead of walking into a cardboard box, it's just a bag.
So
Right,
it
it's
doesn't
like a
specifically
one-bedroom
say if it's
apartment
open or
inside my
closed,
bag.
but I think I'm gonna rule it that way. If a bag of holding is left open, it's getting air in there.
Yeah.
If you close it, then you'll suffocate. It literally just says breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to blah 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 blah. It doesn't say opened or closed, but I think that's a really cool thing to keep
Can
it
I-
open.
I had a bag of holding in a different
Wait,
campaign,
wait.
which I
What?
would have like flown around.
Mhm.
I had like a flying cloak that could move it around for me, and we would like travel people around, like shuttle people up to 500 pounds, just like back and forth with the flap open and their like noses and eyeballs sticking out.
Jeez.
I mean,
May,
it's fucking magic. Like,
Yeah.
are you the only one who can do it, or can I recommend / nominate that you give this?
Yeah, so you as a player can gift your inspiration to somebody else if you wanted to.
Okay, how do I do that?
But if I wasn't already going to tell Callum to take an inspiration.
Wait, were you?
Yeah. That is actually something you can do. You can give it to somebody.
That's really cool.
Callum, for the way you're sleeping, take an inspiration.
fucking excellent. Thank you so much.
Bracket, where are you?
I will be in the captain's cabin. Since I have to, get my crap off.
Captain Bracket.
And I'm just gonna put
You
my
can
mat down and sleep.
It's free because I'm not down there, so.
And Conlon, as you go over to the cot, you can see that.
It's not a cot, it's like a hammock.
Yeah, sorry, a hammock. As you can see the hammock over there, you can see folded next to the hammock. There seems to be a violet-colored blanket that seems to be folded up. That doesn't look.
I didn't leave my blanket out.
Yeah, you said you folded it up and you didn't pack it in a bag yet.
No, I did. The only thing I didn't pack was my like herbalism kit.
Oh, okay.
No,
So you
I forgot.
packed
I packed out my blankie.
Damn it! I wanted him to find the Tempur-Pedic pillow.
There's plenty of blankets down there, though. There's like a pile of blankets.
Yeah,
It's your
Yeah.
own
But-
goddamn blanket bracket.
not the special ones, but bracket. There's a hammock, or you can set up on the floor with either your own stuff or some of the blankets that are left around.
I would maybe put, if I saw a blanket or two that was in good shape, I'd probably put underneath my bedroll to make it softer.
Mhm.
That's about the most I'd do.
And where do you go?
Me?
Yeah, I don't know if you're trancing or.
No. I've been up there with Vane. I think that she might catch herself like off guard for like 5 seconds, and she might be like drifting a little bit while she's like, can you drift into trance when you're exhausted?
Yeah,
Is it like
absolutely.
sleep but different?
Mhm.
I feel like she catches herself like doing that thing where you're like sitting there and you're like, you go like this and you like kind of like startle yourself awake a little bit, but she's definitely not choosing to sleep. And I think once she catches herself, she might, kind of like pat Vane like this and just kind of like drift down and go see where Nock is.
All right, Nock, where were you whittling? You were still whittling over the captain's quarters hole?
Yeah. Nock is kind of sitting with like one leg kind of triangle and one leg like leaning over the hole and is just
Mhm.
kind of whittling and like kind of humming to themselves and just kind of keeping an eye out as they do
So
it.
does Nock notice me? Because I feel like Nock might not notice me approaching because I tend to be a little overly floaty.
What?
Roll a stealth check.
Nock remains aware even while otherwise
So roll a
occupied
perception check.
because ranger.
Oh wait, do I have to add to this?
Yep, your
Okay.
stealth. And you're wearing your cloak, so you get advantage. So it's that. So you add that to what you rolled. And then roll one more time and see what your higher roll is.
Oh.
Is
Oh,
that a natural 20?
Yeah.
No.
Oh damn! I rolled
Plus,
pretty
wait.
damn high too.
Plus, what is it?
Your stealth.
Plus 3 plus 2. Or did you say I add the?
Just the plus 3.
Okay.
You don't want to pass without a trace right
Right.
now. What was your perception, Nock?
22.
So Illyria is able to.
Oh wait, what happened?
We were getting blurry, so I turned off. Illyria you are able to get within, I'd say, 15 feet of Nock before you think, like, okay, you can get up closer, but they might start being aware of your presence.
Well, she's
You beat it,
she's not
but-
trying to sneak up on them. She
Yeah.
just like, I feel like she accidentally does that
So
often.
Nock has not noticed you as you've come at least 15 feet up. You can make your presence known.
At that point, I feel like she speaks up and she says, are all of your companions comfortable?
Nock kind of like peeks their head down and looks at everybody. Yeah, I think so. You?
I healed your beast.
Do you mean Vane?
Is that her name?
Yeah. Well, technically it was Sylvain, but I named her Vane before I could talk to her. It was kind of a funny coincidence.
Sylvan was her name before?
Sylvain.
Sylvain,
Sylvain.
and
Okay.
I named her Vane. Kind of weird.
I think she'd just be like, Sylvain makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. But Nock, Vane.
Hmm.
Thought it was clever.
Awkward silence.
Yeah,
That's real
Nock
life.
Nock is just kind of like kind of taking large chunks off of this little piece of wood and kind of getting a rough shape.
Okay.
Yeah, they've just kind of started recently.
So I'm gonna say, are you feeling inspired or angry at that piece of wood?
Nock will chuckle at that. No, it's like a calming thing. In the Blessed Feet, we do a lot of decoration with natural materials, leather, wood, bone, stone, stuff like that. I've made stuff before, but it's been a while. I haven't really felt in the mood lately. I just kind of make arrows most of the time. But I don't know. I needed something to keep my hands busy.
Your bow is beautiful. I have one as well, though I tend to use my sickle more often.
It's actually Knuckle kind of put the blade down and pick up their bow. This isn't the one that I'm used to having. I made the one that I normally use, but this one a friend put a down payment on for me without me knowing. And
Down payment?
then yeah, at a shop. He didn't tell me and then he left. And then we used party funds to pay for the rest of it, which was really nice. I didn't expect everybody to be like, yeah, let's get you that really expensive bow. But they did. So it's pretty cool. It can heal people.
Your friends must come from wealth.
Maybe Bracket? I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, maybe Oliver
Is he
too.
that golden chiseled man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Bracket's the one with the metal. And Oliver's the wizard. That's the one who hit you in the head.
Snore?
Huh?
Rocket, do you snore? Because you're right below them. Okay.
Not really.
Why would he?
I was
Why
gonna
would he
ask,
snore? He's like perfect.
Who does anyone like? Can I snore in mimicry? Like while I'm sleeping, can I just mimic the sound? Because I picture myself
Andy
snoring
definitely
like
snored.
Andy.
You can mimic an Andy snore.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was
gonna
thinking.
say. I
I didn't
imagine.
want to interrupt, but you mentioned snoring, and like that's exactly what Yamakasi does. It's just this cartoonishly loud snore that isn't his.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you mumble
Andy's
some
snore.
words in other people's voices.
Yep.
Is Andy
I
up?
bet you. I think actually Andy
Person though,
purrs in
right?
his sleep.
He would purr.
He purrs in his sleep.
Oh, that's even weirder. So like my
So
beak
the
is wide
bird is
open, but it's just
occasionally purring while random
noises.
voices come out of him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Some clearly from shipmates past.
Right, or from the Beyond one or the Ever Raging Storm, like just the most out of pocket and unhinged and out of context shit.
Yeah, because it's all subconscious shit that like you repressed a bit.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate you healing her. That was kind.
God, what does she say? I mean, I feel like she would say it more eloquently than I'm going to, but her response is essentially not really, and then just kind of moves on.
Okay.
And then she changes the subject and she goes back to Bracket and she's like, he thinks he's quite lovely, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. I mean, yes, but also no.
He gets he's
You know-
important. He doesn't get he's hot.
He's obsessed with the hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like he knows he's hot a little bit. That's her observation. But he was also like, she's also like, but he did pay me respect upon meeting me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He can be a little brash, but when you get to know him, he's a really good dude.
And how do you? Ooh,
Sorry.
and how do you know this warlock?
This is gonna sound crazy. He and Oliver appeared inside of our hotel like 3 days ago.
You've known each other for 3 nights?
Yeah, Oliver and Yamakasi, I haven't known very long. I've known Bracket 3 weeks
longer.
And you trust these companions of yours?
Well, Yamakasi seems too genuine for his own good. Oliver, I had a vision about from an important leader in our tribe. And Brackett, this is going to sound insane. I made a blood pact with his younger self to be best friends forever. So,
Do you make rash decisions often?
it didn't feel rash at the time. I didn't know it was his younger self when I made that decision.
Not my business.
I'm usually really careful, actually, and I don't normally talk this much. It's a little weird.
It's Mikowski rubbing off on you.
I feel like I think it's because you don't.
No one needs to hear me speak of myself.
I usually feel the same way. I feel like I don't know. I know that you probably don't agree, but I feel like we might be alike in some ways.
It's a compliment I don't deserve.
You're hard on yourself, huh?
We don't know each other very well, do we?
No.
Though I feel like I've met you before.
Have you?
Maybe in another lifetime.
I don't know if I believe in that, but stranger things have happened. A lot stranger things have happened, actually.
You made a blood oath with your best friend you didn't know was your best friend yet.
literally
Like,
about to
come
say,
on.
Yeah.
Was it another version of your friend?
Literally another version of my friend. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe. I don't know. Everything's weird. The life I was living a week ago is a different life than the one I have today. The one I was living 3 weeks ago is a lot different than the one I'm living today. So I guess I'm trying to learn how to be okay with that.
What about your life now makes you feel like you're not on solid ground?
Hmm. Pretty much everyone that I have trusted has left. And I feel like it's my fault.
Oh, I want to give you a hug. I'm so sorry.
Cat snores.
Yes, cat snores. Not Yamakowski, but Naresh.
My home is burning. And I feel like that's my fault. And I'm probably going to fail at the task that I've been given. So,
And that's why I said you paid me a compliment I didn't deserve, because you think we're alike and you're worried about all of the people who have left you and letting the people that are currently here down. And I have let everyone down that knows me. And I've left everyone behind who trusted me. Trust that I didn't deserve.
do you think they feel how I do?
I try not to think about how I left them feeling, because I don't plan on going back the way that things are.
What if we can change it?
That's why I need the stardust.
What are you doing with it?
Going to this land called Zista and looking for what's his name? Yick Lost Souls.
Who the fuck are you looking for? Say that name again
Hey,
right
look
now.
there, we have a guy we sold to him.
Go back to sleeping.
I should rephrase that. Rain sold to him. Oh no, everyone is frozen.
God, my nemesis.
Like
I
a
hate
cat
him.
person.
Ugh.
You
This is
all
not a name
froze
that
on my
I've
end.
heard, is it? It's not.
Yamakowski, in all the times you have recanted your journey of Zista, would you have named dropped this person?
In the first time I mentioned Zista, Yick was the first reason I died.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to steal his book, and he was a fucking dick, and did not take kindly to it, and fuck.
I told them everything
Oh
about this.
no, I'm having your
And I also
problems.
told everybody about Andy, who saved my life multiple times, and that was
Oh,
one of
that's
the.
true.
Yeah,
That was a
like
while
you
ago.
definitely know about Yick.
Okay.
You
Knuckle.
don't know his last name. I didn't tell you that because I didn't. But
Yick is a very rare name. Is this Yick a wizard?
I know not what he is, just what he can provide me. And I have traveled a great deal and followed a great deal of loose ends and dead ends to find this name. And this is my next chance.
Okay. What can he provide you?
Hopefully, a way back.
Well, if what I've heard about this Yick is the same Yick, I would advise you to be very, very careful. And I know that you will be, but more careful than you think.
I don't have much to lose.
oh, you have so much he can take from you. Oh my god.
Would know.
I know.
I think, unless there's anything else you guys want to see, that would be a perfect place to end this night's session.
Yes, it is.
I would-
12:15.
I would agree.
Yeah, I was.
So-
I
God, once you started talking more about yourself and your need to go to Zista, in my head, I'm just like, please, just name drop him. Name drop him, please. And then you did, what's his name? Yick Lost Souls. And I just looked at all you guys like,
I know. Literally, I was muted when you dropped his name, and I was like screaming, and I was like, "Oh, I'm muted." Hey,
It's okay, my
Don't
internet
fuck that
froze after you
motherfucker.
said his name, and then just everything froze with Vicky's like surprised face.
guess what? We might actually have a session with Yick where the audio's not bad.
Oh no, there's
Guess
missing
what?
bits.
I finally have a reason to go back to Zista and steal that guy's fucking spell book.
Round 2.
Yep.
Yeah, because that went really well the first time.
Oh, I've got different stuff this time.
Well,
You
guys,
still got chaos this time.
this was a great role-playing session. I had
Yes, it
lots
was.
of fun. I think you guys all
Great.
did too. It is very late at night, So I think we have to go. But thank you, anybody who is here and anybody who is here in the future coming along for this disastrous journey of ours.
Thanks.
And
guys.
next session, we'll be back on the road down to Zista City.
Oh wait, don't the rest of the homies wake up for the other watch?
Yeah. We'll do so. We'll come back from there.
I want to hear
Yeah,
more
honestly-
from Brackett and Oliver and Yamikowski.
Honestly, it's up to whether they want to. There is your watch with Nock will come to a close. There's actually something that I've already thought that Oliver will see before he goes to bed, but that
Oh.
will come around for the next disaster. Good night.
Good
Spoiler.
night. I will